The Breakfast Club had just kicked off, so we started the Breakfast Club Day Party at CRAA, which landed on my birthday every year. We did that for like 11 years straight. Like, this kid is not playing, and I'm not. Like, again, I'm taking it serious. I made a promise to somebody that ain't here no more. So while you over there trying to figure out how I'm doing it, I'm doing it. But for real, but if you just do good business, you can't really plan this stuff. If it's for you, it's for you. And your life is a highway. Whatever that destination is, everybody's not supposed to get there with you, but you're gonna pick up people, things, their baggage, drop some of yours off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're all going somewhere if you look at it like that. But what you decide to pick up and who you decide to pick up along the way, that's on us.
Yeah, y'all already know what's going down again, man. It's Fat Nasty Podcast.
That's right.
On one half of the Belly Gang Boys.
Let me put my belly on your butt, you heard?
And we're in full effect tonight, man. Before you do anything, go like, subscribe, comment, repost, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Tap that bell.
Tap
please.
the bell,
Make sure
man. And make sure you, man, y'all go tap in with my boys, man. 2 Line Less, man. Get you some toothbrushes for the guns, gat, and grit. You know what I'm saying? Brush your teeth, man. Hygiene products, man. But, man, we got the dopest, man. We've been waiting for him, man. I call him Ghost, man. Because he's behind the scenes at iHeartRadio, man. He do it all, man.
Yeah, that's a
to
fact.
me, man,
4
we've been
minutes
waiting
in.
for this interview, man. We got my boy Loui V in this joint, man. One of the dopest in the A, man. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, my
You
guy.
make it happen, man. You make it happen, man. So for those who don't know who Loui V, man, introduce yourself, man. Tell them your IG.
So you can find me at Loui V, my DJ, on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, my real name.
Okay.
Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, DJ coming from Columbia, South Carolina, man.
Yeah, my boy Drake was telling me that. He said he used to be down there DJing, man.
I'm from Broad River Road, man. 803. You know, everybody comes from 803, man. Asia Wilson. Shout out to Charlamagne from South Carolina.
Yeah, Charlamagne the guy.
Yeah, man. It's
South Carolina in the building.
You got Alex English, Tyrone Corbett.
Yeah,
look.
South Carolina stand up, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So what made you like want to DJ, man? What made you get into DJing?
Man, so the funny thing about it is, me and a friend of mine from college,
Right.
really good friend of mine. I shout her all the time. I don't throw her name out there, but her and I were dealing.
Right.
At the time. Came home from college for the summer.
Right.
And she graduated a semester before me. And at her house one morning, I'm just asking her how's life, you know what I'm saying, after college. And she's like, you know, I got a job, you know what I'm saying, I got all these things going on. And she's like, and I work at this club too. So I'm like, all right, what's up? And she was like, yeah, I'll tell you about this club. She's like, this going on, I make this amount of money, you know, just talking about it. You know,
Right,
talking about the club scene. And she was like, you know what, come to think about it, V, you should DJ. And I looked over and I'm like, nah, I'm good. And she was like, nah, for real, I think you could do it. Like, you know what I mean? She started running some stuff down, like, because we knew each other since we were young.
Right.
So she started running some things down that I've done since I was a kid that kind of just led up to where I was. So she knew, like, history that I had when it comes to music.
Right.
When I was in college, everybody knew me because I used to make beats.
Oh, word.
So, yeah, so I used to make.
You Fruit Loops or what?
I had this thing called MTV Music Generator.
Oh, okay. You was going crazy.
So I used to sell beats to people in college, make mixtapes, rapping in college. You know, a bunch of my friends from high school. I was making beats in high school, but it was more stuff that led up to that she knew about. So I've always been in music. Right. So she started naming those things like, yeah, you used to do this, this and that. You know what I'm saying? You make beats. You could DJ. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I ain't gonna lie, because
I mean, you wake up in the morning.
Everybody think they can DJ. Everybody, first you play with your iPad back in the days.
This is like 2008.
Oh, okay.
This is summer 2008. This is before it became like a
thing.
Right.
Right.
I mean, you had DJs. Don't get it twisted. But it wasn't the thing where it just like, damn, okay, you a DJ. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't one of those things. So I had the conversation. I blew it off. And I'm leaving her house. Funny thing, I just told this story earlier today. I'm leaving her house, and I just remember pulling out of the car porch of our crib, and I looked to the right. Now, why I tell people that? Why? Because it just clicked. As soon as I looked to the right, as I'm making a left, I looked to the right, and it just clicked. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn, maybe I can do this shit, right? So on my way home, I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, well, if I take the highway, I'm gonna get home faster.
Right.
But if I go through town, it's gonna take me a while to get home, and then I got time to think about it.
Right.
Okay. So I'm in a car, And I drove through town, and I'm thinking about it. I'm just trying to process it. I don't know much about it other than what she told me, but I'm just thinking in my head, like, I probably can do it.
I probably could do this, right?
And I get home, my mother's in the kitchen.
Right.
And so I walk up to the kitchen. I'm like, Mom, I want to talk to you about something. And she was like, what's up? And she turned around. She's like, what's up? And I was like, I think I know what I want to do when I graduate coming up in December. And she was like, what's that? I said, I think I want to DJ. And she was like, okay. She was like, well, what you want to do with it? And I was like, I don't know yet. I was like, maybe just make some money until I figure it out. And she was like, oh, no, we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what you mean? She was like, we're not just going to do something just to make some money until you figure it out. She was like, so I need you to have a seat, and your mother tell you that. So you know it's about to be a long conversation.
Sit down, my boy.
So I sit down, and she was like, look, I don't care what you do, when you get out of school, whatever you going to do, I know you're going to be good at it. She was like, but I need you to take it serious. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, elaborate. And she was like, well, there's a lot of doors, blessing, and opportunities that'll open up for you if you take it serious.
Right.
And so, again, I'm just getting out of this woman's bed.
Right. Oh, yeah, so you ain't telling us that.
So I'm just getting home.
Right.
I'm not even thinking that far. I'm only thinking from when I can make some
money.
Till I got to her house. I went through town so I could think about this. So having a conversation with her, and she's like, yeah, she was like, you could do this, and she started running it down, all the things that I could do. And I'm like, man, I didn't know that. And she was like, yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with this. She was like, so again, if that's what you want to do it. She was like, but I need you to take it serious. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take it serious. And she was like, you promised me. And I was like, yeah, I promise. And she was like, all right. She's like, give me a kiss. And I gave her a kiss. She's like, all right, go handle your business. And
Shout
then
out,
from
Mama
there,
Love.
That's hard, Mama Love.
And I walked out the kitchen, and in my mind, I just remember like, okay, I can't turn back now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is
No,
my mom.
yeah,
She
it's
didn't tell-
hard.
she
That
gave,
was the blessing she
yeah.
gave
She gave you the
So
blessing.
she gave me the blessing.
What
and
was you majoring in college?
sports communication, the
Okay.
option to teach.
Yeah, okay.
So for me, it was more so sports medicine because I played basketball in middle school and high school.
Okay. So
so I went there thinking that's what I wanted. I knew it was something with communications, but I didn't know how far. Like DJing wasn't in the plans. I didn't go to school
to DJ.
I was going to school really just. I was making beats, but I was going to school, just like anybody else. But I was making beats in my room.
Was you the only kid? Only child?
No, I got a brother and sister. I'm the
okay.
baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why she had that talk with you, like, oh, Lord.
But yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, we're the first generation to graduate. My brother went to Benedict College.
Shout out to Benedict. I used to play him in college. I went to see
I actually went there for a semester.
Yeah.
So my brother went to Benedict.
in the hood.
Yeah, smack that. You know what I'm saying? So my brother went to Benedict, and my
I used
sister.
to go out there and play basketball. It seemed like every time we played Benedict, we either played them at like a classic or we played them at Clark.
Oh, yeah, that sound about right.
Yeah. But we went down there one year. I'm like, that's when I figured out, like, all black colleges is in the hood.
Yeah.
Like, not only just Clark, but everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
Them shits is in the
Everywhere.
spot.
Might be on the MLK.
Yeah.
On
And then
MLK.
my sister went to John C. Smith, and then she transferred to State.
Okay.
And she's the reason why I went to South Carolina State.
Okay.
I was in school, and my mom was like, I need you to go pick your sister up. And I was like, pick her up from where? This is before GPS and all that. I was in high school. And she was like, I'm going to send you the directions, and you go. And
how did we survive back then with no directions?
I don't know, man.
I remember coming to Atlanta and just
memorize the
riding
streets.
around.
Take this exit,
make a left.
then make a left. You know
You
what I
had to
mean?
listen to all
Your
that.
memory was good
Yeah.
because even right now, if you think about it, when last time you memorized somebody's phone number?
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Because I had my phone number since like
Forever.
since like 97.
Yeah, I had mine since 2004.
Yeah, I had mine since like 97. We went over from Verizon and I just switched it over to like Sprint. So, and I think his number is like one of the easiest numbers. So, it don't be the numbers that you can only remember, but
I don't know.
that's crazy though.
Mine is super simple.
What?
Super simple.
See, look, that's what I'm saying. But
Super simple.
like you just said, how many people remember numbers?
Yeah, that was the thing. Your memory was way sharper back then.
Right.
So just end up going on state campus to go pick her up, pulled up on the yard, and saw all these people. I'm like,
Going down.
I'm coming here because I had a potential scholarship to go to Bluefield, Virginia, to play basketball.
Right.
So that's in the mountains.
Right. Ain't nobody. Yeah. Virginia's
so,
definitely in the mountains.
Yeah. So when I go to
you
state and I
was
see all these
sold.
people, I'm like, yo,
I'm
I'm
going
going
here.
here. You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
sister was like, don't come here.
Yeah.
I hate
She
this
was-
school because she
she
didn't want
was-
to leave Johnson C. Smith, so she didn't
okay.
even want to be at state. So she was like, don't come here. I'm like, nah.
I'm coming.
I'm coming to state. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm like, you got a sister, she's protective. So I'm like, I'm good. I come here, you my big sister. Like, I'm
that's
good.
a
You know what I
I'm
mean?
straight. It don't
So,
about to
yeah.
make my rounds because I know how to move around.
Man, so
Right.
it was like the best decision I could have made.
Yeah, I remember my drop off to Clark. Like my dad just, like, man, he just dropped me off and left. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, he dropped me off. University homes were still open. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this nigga drop me off in the hood.
Yeah.
Like every day you seeing the kids from like the projects like coming over, they was using Clark like that was their recreation center and shit. So it's just like, damn, it's crazy. But once you get to it, you like, damn, this shit really dope. Like this shit dope. And you get up in the morning and you just seeing nothing but black women.
It's like your first sense
Like
of,
I'm talking
freedom,
about,
being
I'm talking about
alone,
like at
your
Clark,
house
women
is-
getting up at 5. Like this is back in the days, like class started at 7. Women walking down the promenade in heels and skirts and shit, cause you know it's Clark big for business. So it was like women really was dressing up. I'm like, man, what is going? You know me, I'm on my athletic shit, sweatsuit, Jordans. You know what I'm saying? That was or hooping shorts. You know the thought wear, the men thought wear.
Yeah,
Your
here
socks
you
with
go.
your flip flops on, with your shorts, with your hooping shorts and your shirt. But women at Clark was getting women from Clark and Spelman was getting dressed early in the morning with heels on, like 6, 7 in the morning, walking down the promenade. I'm like, I've never seen nothing like this before. And then it's like 26 to 1. I was like,
that's
oh,
a
I'm in
bit
heaven.
much.
I'm in heaven. Yeah, I'm in heaven.
No work
Yeah.
there. But before we even finish that, I do want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, the woman that
Yeah.
that
Put
kind
you
of
in the game.
that planted that seed. Yeah,
That's
she
dope.
she
That's
did
dope.
that. You know, and every time I talk to her, even if it's on like social media, like I always like, yo, thank you, like, because again,
was fire.
it came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. That's
That's
dope,
how
man.
important these women are, because you got to think from
Oh,
one
yeah.
woman
To another woman?
Yeah.
to another woman water.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Her
Like,
planting
yeah,
it, your
absolutely.
mama put it right in you, like,
Yeah.
nah. Because it was what was ill about that when you said, yo, mom, this is what I want to do, and she was like, okay.
Yeah.
But then was like, well, what you want to
do with
it?
it?
And
Yeah.
you said, she like, nah, let me let you know. If you're going to
Yeah.
do this,
You gonna
you
do
do
it.
it for real.
Yeah, like don't play with. That's her thing.
Yeah.
She was like, don't play with it.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
she's like,
full
yeah,
support
don't
from
play
the
with it.
gate. Wasn't
Yeah,
no,
you ain't playing with
Nah,
it. You go
nah,
crazy.
after that,
son.
yeah, in my mind, it's like, I mean, if you think about it, man, like that's just with anything, you know, anything in life. You know, you guys started this podcast. I don't remember when you started it, but I'm pretty sure when you guys really put it in your head, even if you didn't come with it, like it's like, yo, like take this shit serious. Like, and
remember
again,
that.
like, I really don't.
what
I that's something I always tell people, like, I don't play when it comes to that because. Again, this is my job. You know, most people like to be around you and be on stage and do all this stuff, whatever. But it's like if the music goes out, who they look at? Look at me. They don't look at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and then and this with anything, just any business deals, anything that you got going on. Like I just remember her saying that. My mother's not alive anymore, but that's just the thing
in
that
peace,
stuck
Mama
with me.
Love.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like
right.
whatever you do, like don't play with it. So
Don't
in
play
my
with
mind, I'm like, all right, I'm taking it to the full extent because she said just doors, blessings, and opportunities that'll open up for you. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, for me to do those and receive those things, all I gotta do is take it serious.
Right.
Easy.
and you made that promise.
Yeah, so I'm like, let's go. Like,
That's dope. That's
You know
hard.
what I'm
That's
saying?
hard. That's dope.
fire.
That's hard. Shout out to Mama Love, man. Rest
Yeah.
in peace, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's
for sure.
So, man, look, man, we always ask people this, man. Are you petty, man? You got any pettiness with you? Is
Am I
DJ Loui
petty?
really petty?
I'm not petty.
Everybody that say that, got
no,
get
listen,
okay,
I'm
go ahead.
not. I'm not petty. I feel like I can be petty,
Okay.
but I'm very let me see, how can I put this? I think about the end goal if I really get petty.
Strategic.
I can be petty.
Okay.
And
Okay,
my
so
petty.
you go to low road.
Yeah, I'm really low
Okay.
with being petty because again, like I know how it can turn out, and
Right,
I'm
right.
very nonchalant.
Yeah.
So
okay.
my reaction to stuff can be a little rude. Like I can be rude. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, and it's not being like I'm not walking around here like okay I'm just this rude person, but it's just more so of like I don't have time for the bullshit.
Right,
if that makes
right.
sense.
Nah,
You know
for
what I'm
real,
saying?
yeah, you don't
So it's
know.
like the
I got a
average
brother like
person.
that.
Yeah. So for
Yeah.
me it's like and I always think like things are not as deep as people try to make them. You kind of get what I'm saying?
wow,
It's
wow.
like, man, you going to the extent to do boom, 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 boom. And I just be like, what's the point? Like, what we getting at? You know what I'm saying? So my
right.
pettiness would be like blowing a person off. Like, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I remember, just to give you an example, it was this girl that we knew that would always have an issue, right?
Right.
You know, it's always that girl that got an issue, but she only has an issue so her friends can surround her and console her.
Okay.
So my pettiness would be like, man, what's going on? You good? And everybody be like, no, not right now. Leave her alone. Cool. And I just walk off. Like,
okay.
I'm not going to keep asking. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Okay,
like,
because I already know you got the bullshit with you.
yeah, I
So it's
ain't
like,
got
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is.
all right.
Yeah, it
Do
is
this
what
shit
it
every
is.
week.
Right, yeah, I'm not doing this with you.
Right.
That's my level of pettiness.
Right.
You know, but you know, if somebody put me in the right situation, yeah, it'll come out.
I ain't mad at that. That's dope. What about you? You see some petty shit this week?
I'm still stuck on.
He said this week.
I'm still stuck on Joe Smith.
Joe Smith's wife.
Yeah,
She's tough. Did you hear what she said the other day? No, did you hear what she said today?
The thing is, what
she said, if you're a porno star and your bodies that you get from a porno star, they don't count.
I saw. I didn't even see the whole thing. I just saw her talking and recording.
That's why.
Okay, in my mind, like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
that's why I didn't like. Okay, so I didn't like. That was petty.
Yeah,
because it's like.
But was it petty or was she just doing it just because that's what she does?
Right. That's what I see. Okay, so I thought it was petty because I feel like if you my wife, see, I feel like people take the internet too far. Mm-hmm. Like for instance, if me and you cool and we got a problem, I should be able to call you on the phone. Yeah. Not go on the internet like, yo, that nigga DJ Loui V. I seen him when I run down on it. Yeah. We shouldn't do all that because I bet we can have a conversation as men and we can throw it away. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like the internet. So for her to do that to him, I feel like she was trying to show that he's like maybe he fell off a little bit, you know. Something. It just looked petty to me, bro.
It just was.
Then she got on. Now she's doing all the talk shows. Then she just let Cam damn near. She was on camera.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw some responses go up.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't really dive into the whole thing.
Because it's what you can see what she's doing. It's like for her to for one go viral. I mean, go live on a conversation you and your husband are having about such a serious topic is one thing. And you all on live looking for reactions, and then right after that, now you on
a press run.
Yeah, you on a press run. So it's like we see. And just knowing your background. I don't know what they got going on, but she did mention in the first one their financial situation. So it's like, oh, this is something you learn to get. Like, okay, what you really into? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and you was into that before anyway. So it's like, that's what I feel like.
I just feel like as you being my wife, I bet like a conversation could have been had where you didn't have to go to the for somebody to come tell me. We supposed to have that conversation like we in a fucked up, we in a bind. Let's chop it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a bind, Nate.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
You know what I'm saying? She could have said
you need to get her a Nate.
Nah, she'll.
This nigga name Nate.
My name Nate. Nah, she'll be Nate. I used to hate that shit.
But it's cool though, because you said you could be petty. So this is your moment.
Yeah, I'm in a bind, Nate.
Yeah,
but like the only thing I ain't like is she said that. The shit that was crazy that she said, she was like, yeah, so my porno star bodies don't count. She said like,
but that's for confidence. She engaged. She know what she doing. Let me
right.
I know this gonna run these comments up. I know they gonna be. Man, come on, man. Said she just talked to Joe too, and Joe was like, "Yeah, nah, Joe ain't agree to that."
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't think no men. I don't know.
I can't get into it. Again, it's just when I can't get into it.
I feel you.
I don't care enough to be nosy. Yeah. You kind of get what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's
so
real. That's
so
real.
as soon as I scrolled up and I saw them going back and forth, I like literally was like, I'm cool.
Cool, right.
Cool. I don't
got too much going on. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Talking about grown people, man. Yeah. Like, you sit your phone right here and start talking. What are we doing? Like,
and that's what I said. And it wouldn't have probably went nowhere if it was Joe Smith. If it wasn't Joe Smith, if it was just like a regular dude.
And you got to know who Joe Smith is to really give a fuck.
Fuck, right? Think
about that for a second.
We basketball niggas.
Me too.
Yeah,
so we know who Joe Smith is.
Right.
A lot of people don't know who Joe Smith is.
That's real. See, that's real.
In the sense
not to say like because he wasn't just like.
Nah, but he was a hooper.
Yeah,
don't get it twisted.
He was a hooper, but he wasn't.
But you weren't wearing a Joe Smith jersey.
Nah. Right. You weren't going to get the new Joe Smith that came.
No. Played his position and held it down. Like his role on the team, he held it down.
But for this to be the narrative, it's like,
come on.
Yeah.
Is it more so the narrative of who he is or what she did?
Yeah. Right. Damn.
Because we didn't even know her.
Right. I didn't remember her from porno, so I had to go back and
oh wow,
she did porn. That's what they said she did. Well, she said when she met him, she like when he met me, he knew I was coming out the porn industry. So
these are consequences.
These consequences you got to deal with. Yeah, this is what you got to deal with.
See what it is. Take it for what it is.
Yeah. That's crazy. So man, look, man, we got to ask you, man, what's your mental state from a 1 to 10? You can't use 7. Like, how you feeling, man? Like. So we know you do some, because we know you do so much. You know, you behind the doors. You know, you do a lot of things. So we always like to ask, entrepreneur.
Man, I'm in the best mental state that I possibly can be in right now.
Okay.
I can say honest, like if it's not a 10, it's definitely at a 9.
Okay.
And I think we all can strive to get that to master.
Right.
But definitely, it took a lot to get to where I'm at.
Right.
My last market when I was in Indianapolis, that was way more difficult than Atlanta. Atlanta's not difficult. This is
wow. You say Indianapolis is difficult?
Yeah, because you got. So I'm coming from the South. I'm from South Carolina.
Right.
So the climate change for one. I went through like seasonal depression.
Oh yeah, cold.
When I was out there, so I went. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a real thing.
Yeah.
So I went there in the course of like it's probably like it was like in the 80s or 90s at home, and then you go to Indianapolis. And then I go to Indianapolis, and the weather 45. Just dropped like 2 weeks later. Like literally 2 weeks later, the weather just dropped.
Right.
And
Snow,
then like everything was just like not right about that situation. When my truck got off the bed, when they brought my truck to Indy, my truck was acting up. You know what I'm saying? I got the station truck towed like 4 or 5 times. I lost like 17 racks in the course of like 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was back to back. My mom gets sick. Right. My mom dies. You know, like it was Indianapolis was just that time where it was just a lot going on. And then after that, right before the pandemic hit, my market got cut. You know what I'm saying? And then Kobe dies 12 days later after that.
Yeah, that's my dog. That hurt
and
too.
then you know what I'm saying?
Fan?
Yeah, I mean I wasn't the biggest Kobe fan. I was more of an AI fan.
Okay.
You know, it was one or the other sometimes.
Right. I'm a Kobe fan.
But definitely respect him for sure.
Sure.
So all these things was going on, and I just said it to say it was just like back to back events that were, you know what I'm saying, that just kept shaking.
Yeah, that was like NFL All-Star Weekend. I mean,
yeah,
like
well, right before it happened, January 26th.
Yeah.
My market got cut January 14th. I buried my mom October 3rd.
Wow.
So October 3rd, I go to Africa, come back 14 days into the new year. Market get cut January 26th. Kobe dies. Then I do All-Star. Then I do CIAA, which is my birthday weekend, and then March, pandemic.
Damn.
So you in this state where it was almost like a blessing in disguise because I never had time to grieve. So if you think about it, put yourself in that situation. Seriously, that'll take somebody off the ledge.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wasn't there,
right.
but I didn't know where it could go. Yeah. So it was almost like, let me put an end to this before it gets to that point, or what would that look like? So then when the pandemic started, it wasn't funny at all because people were definitely passing and stuff. But I didn't feel alone because I felt like I was sitting on a bench by myself when I got let go. Now the whole world has to stop. So I'm like, okay, we all got to sit down. It ain't just me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I did it for like 3 months.
Yeah.
January, February, March hit. And then actually I was actually in interview and talks with coming here to be the assistant PD for Hot 107.9.
Wow.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And then it didn't go through because the pandemic hit. And then a couple weeks later, iHeart hit me back. I was like, let's get it.
Congratulations.
You was in Indianapolis. How that even happened, that transition? So
I was out there for like a year and 8 months. So I was in my home market. I was DJing, on air personality, music director, and then I became assistant program director in my home market. Shout out to my guy Tutu. That was my PD. That's my guy. Like he put me in a position, you know what I'm saying, to excel. And then I had to go to Jacksonville for a wedding. And he was in talks with me, and he was like, look, like it's almost time for you to start looking at getting your programming stripes. You know, go get your PD stripes. So I'm like, all right.
That's dope.
Like, yeah. So I was like, all right. He's like, so start looking at other markets. So I go down to Jacksonville and sat down with another great mentor of mine. Shout out to G Wiz. And G Wiz was like, yeah, man, Indianapolis looking for a PD. And I'm like, yeah, I heard. You know, it's Indianapolis. I ain't never been
Right. Only thing you hear is Jackson 5 in the coat.
Yeah, right. So he's like, nah. He was like, yeah, but just had a conversation. And then that's when I learned to, you know, make sure I had those conversations. And I had the conversation. And I went out there and got it done.
Right.
And I had the conversation. The conversation went well. And I had everything that I wanted at that time, being in South Carolina. I was DJing for the USC women's basketball team. Shout out to Dawn Staley.
Word.
You know, shout out to Asia Wilson. So Asia Wilson's first year.
Yeah, she was there.
Was my first year DJing.
Oh, okay.
So people was not, and again, I could go on record and say this. I look in the camera and say this.
Yeah.
There was no colleges like that had DJs at their schools. From my point of view, from my opinion.
Right.
Shout out to Dawn Staley. She changed the game.
Yeah, she did.
All right. So she put me in. I was a DJ for the school for 4 years.
Congratulations to Dawn. That's hard.
So when Asia Wilson got her first ring, I was there.
Yeah.
I got my first ring as a DJ for a USC women's basketball team, a college basketball team, and Coach Dawn Staley did that. So shout out to Coach. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that whole team. Shout out to Asia. Like, that was dope. And then Asia's last year, she didn't win it that year, but that's when I was in talks to go to Indiana.
Right.
So then I felt like, all right, well, I did all the clubs. I did everything in Charlotte. I had just kind of reached the peak. And I was just like, all right, let me just go find out if I really know what I'm doing, or am I just good because I'm in my home market? You kind of get what I'm saying? That was the conversation that you had with yourself. Yeah. And then I just put myself out there to go to a place that I never know. I just stripped myself from everything that I knew. Yeah. And again, that was just a transitional time because, of course, I don't know what's going on, but God knows what's going to happen. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna take you away from your family. I'm gonna isolate you. You're gonna go through all these things, but then the comeback is gonna be crazy. So when I go back, when I say Atlanta's not hard because in Indy, I was doing Indy and I was doing Louisville, Kentucky, and Lexington, Kentucky at the same time. I had 3 markets at one time.
Wow.
When you say same time, like, okay, you might be here.
I was over 3 stations at one time.
Oh yeah.
So then when I got the call to come here, it's like, oh, I only got to do 1 station. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, shit, let's go. But in my mind, I had already did this. This is my second run in Atlanta. Yeah. A lot of people don't know, but then some people do know. I used to DJ out here in 2010 and in 2011.
Oh, for real?
I started here in Atlanta. When I started DJing here, it was 255 Tappers Lounge right there.
Oh, yeah, we know
Street.
They come on P Street. Come on.
So I think it was called like Laugh Out Loud Tuesdays or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Carlos Miller was the host.
Miller was the host.
And I was the DJ.
Yeah, I remember.
Shout out to Quincy Barnes. That's
man,
what
we used to come in, man.
Damn,
we had to bump into you because that used to be our hangout. Yeah. Like
everybody.
255.
Shout out to my frat brother Mario, who owned the joint.
Yeah. Blue Cantina. Like, 255 used to go crazy.
Yeah.
Peter Street used to be stupid, bro.
Yeah, I was there. I did Mansion while I was here. I did Velvet Room. I did Opera. I did Lucky Lounge. That's now
Lucky Lounge. Yeah, Sweet Lounge. Yeah.
I did all of this stuff from like August 2010 to like March 2011.
Yeah, that's crazy. We had to bump into you.
And that run.
Yeah, because we used to go crazy. We used to go crazy in those joints.
So when I came back this time, it was like, oh, okay. And then I didn't want to be in Atlanta. Like I said, I was just like, Atlanta was just. It was just cool. Yeah. I did it. So, like, in my mind, like I said, I take it serious. I did it. Like, you got to think, coming from out of town, you drive into Atlanta, your biggest spots in your mind as an out-of-town person that's not from home, not from Atlanta, is like, okay, I got to go to Velvet Room. I got to go to these spots.
Yeah, all Alex spots.
So I would be in these spots, and then I'd just be in there manifesting it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is on record. Like, anybody, shout out to Corey Harley. Like, all these people would be in there. Corey Felder. Like, everybody in there, they know I would come down here. Bill Black. Like, these guys know I would be in there. And I would just be in there looking around. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this shit. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Yeah. And then things just started rolling like that. And then once I did it, I was like, all right, I'm good. I did it.
Now on to the next.
Now I'm going. Then it was Charlotte.
Yeah. Was you CIAA killing it?
Well, yeah, because the Breakfast Club had just kicked off. Yeah. And a good friend of mine, Chris, from back home from South Carolina, he came up with this bright idea. He was like, yo, let's do something called the Breakfast Club Day Party. Charlamagne is from South Carolina. So we started the Breakfast Club Day Party at CIAA, which landed on my birthday every year. We did that for like 11 years straight.
Going crazy. Now they moved CIAA, didn't they? They moved it.
Yeah, to Baltimore. So, we had a run with that whole situation. So, again, it was just like, I did it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I was doing it from a DJ
It was so crazy.
standpoint.
I always wanted to go. Like, to me, only why I never went to CIAA because I feel like we from Rochester, New York, and that's like a Rochester, New York getaway. Everybody from Rochester, New York go to CIAA. What?
I think everybody from the top wanted to be at CIAA.
Yeah, that's like that. That's like
when
that.
it was in Charlotte. That was the first time when I seen it. We was just in Charlotte visiting my cousin once, and it happened to be that weekend. And they like seeing, we like, oh, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weekend.
That was
like,
a thing.
I'm like, we back.
Yeah.
Next year we coming back. And then I think that was like the last 2 years and they had switched it. And it was like, oh, damn.
Everybody was bragging about the cookout.
The what's the name popped off the pandemic.
Yep.
It was 2019. 2019 was the last year.
Yep.
That they
switched it. It was
I lied. 2020.
Right.
2020, and then the pandemic kicked off March 2020.
Right.
And then 2021, of course, they didn't have it.
Right.
But
yeah.
So again,
everybody used to be talking about cookout. You hear about cookout, and then cookout came to Atlanta.
Greasy
cookout ain't
food.
shit. Cookout ain't shit but drunk food. Waffle House cousin.
So I got one for so with the transition and like you say Atlanta market being a DJ because you say you go to Indianapolis. So it's like, okay, DJing, doing music, like, you go over there and DJing. The same set ain't really the same because the music. Yeah, that's what it's like.
Nah.
How you get,
everything was different. funny story, I stayed on a plane, maybe at least out of a month, 4 weekends out of a month, maybe 5 sometimes, at least 3 weekends out of the month I was gone. I never stayed in Indianapolis for a full weekend unless I had something going on. And the transition, it was difficult because, not because of the music, it was just more so the market wasn't as open, to me, in my opinion. It wasn't a lot of options. It was just more, that's why I stayed out of town so much. I was like, man, I'm going home to DJ, I'm going to Charlotte DJ, like I'm going to go get money elsewhere.
Everywhere, I'm moving around.
And I was betting on myself.
Right.
But I wasn't being smart on how I was doing it, if that makes sense. Like, again, I lost 17 racks. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't lose 17 racks because I was just blowing it. I lost 17 racks because I went from making a lot of money so fast, DJing, and, you know, all the things that I had going on back at home, to now I'm going 2 checks a month. And then if I get on a plane, then I'm going to go make money. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then things started happening. My truck got delivered. Okay, now I got to fix that. You know what I'm saying? And now I got to, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking of all the things that was just going on. And I just didn't manage the money right. And it sounds crazy to anybody that's listening. I mean, but it's one of them things where you lose it and you make it back. And you figure out how to make it back. And I made it back quick, but I lost it quick. So it was a lesson learned. So, again, to go back to your question, it was just more so of the market wasn't as open as it was like I'm used to being at home. And now you in a market where you gotta be in the right crowd and figure out how to get into these spots that's already somewhat locked down with hometown DJs. And then when you showcase your talent, you good. But again, it's not a market that was as open. I just keep saying open. It wasn't as open as the other markets that I was used to. So that was the difficult part. But I mean, again, it was almost like sit down, be still, go through what I'm taking you through. Me, I'm like,
hell no.
I got to get to it because I'm used to getting
moving
to
around.
it.
You used to moving
And
around.
I'm used to moving around. But I learned quick. I learned quick. But once the transition happened and once I got through that part, the other side of things started opening up. That's when I got the call, you know, from Dwayne Wade's team, and those things started happening. And then again,
how was that? My boy, a D-Wade fan. How was that?
I'm a huge D-Wade fan. The funny
shout out to D-Wade, man.
shout out to Dwayne Wade, man. Shout out to Team Wade.
Top 3 shooting guards
so,
of all time.
Oh,
man.
here you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
top
For
3.
sure. And that's not just because, you know, what I have going on, but seriously, like, so I've been a big fan of his.
Guys, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of his. Like that's like
I mess with D-Wade. Who you putting him over?
Who?
Who you putting him over?
Come on, man.
I know. I'm taking Kobe first.
Okay, that's cool.
All right, I ain't mad at
Michael
that.
Jordan.
That's cool. And who's 3?
Yeah.
He's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you can put AI in there for sure.
Okay, I'm about to say.
I'm not mad at the AI.
Yeah,
No, AI
but Wade got rings.
I'm not mad.
Wade
Yeah.
got.
So
No,
that's what you
Wade
put
is.
over.
Hey, yo, see, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, no.
Wade is that guy, y'all. You can't do that.
Okay.
I used to argue with these niggas about D Wade.
No,
James
not
Harden.
me. Don't do that. I wasn't there.
These niggas was just
I wasn't there. I never took.
You
I
can
never
put Wade.
took Wade.
You can put AI in there, but again, like
I mean, AI, A and B is not
I'm
mad.
not mad at AI. It's
But I never took Harden.
I
I never took Harden over him. I never did that.
no,
to
we're
you.
not gonna
I
have
never
that
did
conversation.
Yeah, I never did
We
that.
not
to
it,
you.
yeah.
I'd be. Oh my.
I never
God.
did you like that. I
I'd be
never
like,
did you
yo,
like that.
That's I'm
Disrespectful.
a huge D Wade fan, but this is before everything.
Right.
So
Yeah.
again, like I remember calling my mom when I got to Indy, and I'm like, yo, I'm in a market now where there's an NBA team because in South Carolina we didn't have an NBA team. You had to go to Charlotte.
Right.
You know, not the Hornets, but you know what I mean. So in my
Spock,
mind,
is it Hornets?
yeah, but I'm like, but it was his last dance. This was his last year. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, mom, I'm in a market now where I can go see him play for the last time because it's his last year playing.
Right.
Not thinking nothing of it. This is like October, November. I get a call from one of my frat brothers, and he's like, yo, see, you know, All-Star is going to be in Charlotte next year. They're looking for a DJ for Wade Spade's party. And he's like, and I want to put your name in the hat. Are you open to do it? And I'm like, hell yeah. Listen, my favorite player. Why wouldn't I?
That's dope,
right?
man. God
And
is
then
dope.
that started rolling.
God
So
is
again,
dope.
you know, and
Yeah.
it's a blessing. Like you're going through these things, but it's like I got some other stuff
Shit
for
coming,
you.
yeah.
Just sit still, and I wouldn't sit still. But the things just kept happening, and then from that point, from 2019, just moving forward. Like here we are. So
You and Wade. That's crazy.
shout out to Team Wade, man. Like,
'Cause Wade,
listen,
that's
dude,
my
I'm
son.
talking about his last dance, retirement party. I'm talking Hall of Fame. I did the Hall of Fame joint when Wayne was up there.
Oh,
Yeah, all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's tough.
Yeah. So like these
That's
are, but these
crazy.
are these.
You can put your
these
jersey
are-
in the
Yeah.
rafters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are like real blessings, man.
Right,
Like, and
right,
again, it goes back to the first conversation. But your mom telling you, just take it serious.
Serious.
And there's
Right.
doors,
Serious.
blessings, and opportunities that open up for you. And then just having great relationships and just do good business. That's another thing.
Do
Like,
good
people
business.
don't do
Dang.
good business,
Put
but
emphasis on that
Stand on that.
but
Say
yeah,
it
but
again.
yeah,
Say it
but
again.
for real, but if you just do good business, you know what I'm saying, and just be who you supposed to be. These things will work out. Like you can't really plan this stuff. If it's for you, it's for you.
Right,
Yeah.
that's
You know, but you
real.
just got to be in a position to receive it.
Yeah.
And that's
real.
what I've learned, you know what I'm saying, over the years. It's like whatever's already there for you, it's like whether or not you open to receive it, you'll get it. If you don't, you don't. That's on
That's
you.
crazy. Don
'cause
Staley
before
to
you
D
won't
Wade.
miss you.
That's hard.
Don
DJ.
Staley, man.
To
Shout out to
D-Wade,
Coach.
Yeah, then
Shout
to
out to
D Wade.
Coach.
That's hard.
Shout
man.
out to Coach, man.
That's hard,
Like, that
that's
was like
hard.
that was crazy. That was
So
crazy.
look, man, we do this joint called the Icebreaker, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Icebreaker,
look,
icebreaker.
I was talking, and I was saying, I like Atlanta because like homecomings down here. Like, say if you went to high school, they still do homecomings. Like, older people still get to go. They don't really need Facebook to keep in contact with the people they went to school with. So that's always been dope.
Yeah.
What's the dopest homecoming you did?
Mine. Shout out to South Carolina State.
Okay, that was the dopest one you did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. For me, yeah, because going to other schools is cool, but I don't know y'all. But when you get to go back and really showcase your talent in front of people that you went to school with that don't know me as DJ Loui V, they know me as Vladimir. Or some people would call me V in school. They know
Right.
me as the kid that was making beats in school,
Right.
or the kid that was walking around with his friends. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like that's dope to me because again, everybody graduate and then they go their way. So this person might be an accountant, this person might be a teacher, and then you see these people excel in their careers. And then I remember just graduating from school and. You know, next thing you look up, somebody's a DJ. You like, all right, you
That's
know.
crazy.
So going back now, it's like, yeah, like I can, you know, put that school on my back. I can, you know, I can kind of level down.
Did Charlamagne go to South Carolina State too?
No, his mom was a teacher there.
Okay,
If I'm not
okay,
mistaken,
okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I know. I have heard him speak about her.
Yeah. I knew it was something like that had something to do with South Carolina State.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. One of my best homecomings is always, you know, CAU. But the one with the dopest one I feel like we did is when we did all three colleges together. It was Clark.
yeah.
It was like Clark, Morehouse, and Spelman. It was so crazy, like you couldn't get downtown. That probably was the dopest homecoming I've been to.
Yeah.
They always say Howard is one of the best ones.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
always
been to
always
Howard.
thought that would be dope. I think everybody should do that. Like for us, it would be Benedict College, Claflin, and Allen and State. If they
All
did
together.
that all together, I feel
Y'all
like,
shut South Carolina down.
yeah, I feel like that would be a great opportunity. I never understood why we couldn't do that because
Right.
two of those schools, well, one of those schools didn't have a football team. Claflin doesn't have a football team, but they have a basketball.
Basketball. I remember.
So
Oh,
you
man,
would
I
have
played
their
Clafton
home-
one year. Them
yeah.
niggas was dunking all on us. They had, I don't know where they get these niggas from.
Right.
They had some niggas from the NBA,
Yeah, man. But I
Them
feel like
niggas in
that's a
warm
great
ups doing
opportunity.
windmills. Them niggas
I think that's
was
a great
nice.
opportunity for these schools to make money too.
Right. Yeah, for
And you
real.
don't get the support from the students.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to see that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right,
Like you
right.
want to see these schools come together, but we've never really had a Claflin, Allen, Benedict, and State function.
Right.
all
right,
together?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Man.
For a
If
whole
that
week.
come together, you got to be the DJ for that.
Yeah, you got to be the DJ for that. Yeah.
What?
And that's something that you shooting out there. Y'all need to do that,
Yeah.
bro.
So
That'd be
let's go ahead
hard.
and set that up.
Yeah, that
I
would be
did
dope.
go to Benedict for a semester.
Right. For real. Nah, because I ain't gonna lie, when Clark Morehouse and Spelman first did that, I'm like, yo, y'all,
Yeah.
this is crazy. You
Yeah,
couldn't even
that
get to the
might be the one
AUC.
to do.
It was
Yeah,
like,
it'd be shut down for sure.
Yeah.
If we was able to pull that off, it would be crazy.
That's crazy.
That'd
That'd
be
be
crazy.
dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, no, that when you brought it back, that homecoming when they brought all three, it was just wild because like this, cause you know how they usually separate a week in the
Yeah,
a
like
week apart.
Clark
Like,
will be
yeah,
Clark
had that
will be
shit.
this week, then
But
next
you
week be
enjoy-
Morehouse and
yeah.
Spelman.
But then when it was all, it's like, oh, this is crazy. Everybody like, 'cause for one Spelman, you want to see everything from Spelman.
I want to see the
But
grown
so
woman.
it's
I
like-
call them the grown women.
like-
When I was going to college, when
Damn.
I was at Clark, like Clark had women. You know what I'm saying? Not to knock y'all, but Spelman had like grown. It was like they
was serious about their shit.
Yeah, it was like
you
gotta walk, and then they like all three connected, but you gotta go across the Spelman Yard to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to go see what's going on. But only thing I always tell everybody, man, you gotta put some respect on CAU because
Georgia,
everybody that went to Morehouse that did big things, they took classes at Clark Atlanta. Like Spike Lee, he did everything at Clark, but he was a Morehouse. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just love the AUC. It's dope, man. And we got a lot of people that's coming out of the AUC that's doing dope things. Like, shout out to Pinky. She going crazy with the slutty beans.
Shout out to Pinky.
Yeah, it's, man.
Yeah, y'all got some really dope people that come out of here.
Right. The AUC is hard, man. The AUC is hard.
And it's in the heart of Atlanta. I love that area.
Yeah, that's fire, too.
Yeah. Right, and you
it's not like
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I used to tell people, I just had this conversation today, like, yo, niggas used to love to come up here and play us in basketball and beat us in football and basketball because they was like, man, y'all niggas got all the girls. It's something to do. Just think about it. If you don't want to do nothing on campus, you can get outside and do something. Like,
walk across the street.
Yeah, you walk across the street. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So
y'all lucky.
It was just dope. It was just dope, man. So, give me one of your bad nights of DJing, man. Where would you do that?
Bad nights.
You ever had a bad night?
What would you consider a bad night?
I'm asking. I mean, DJing. As a DJ, I know. All right, we had DJ Envy on here. He said one time he lost the crowd. He was in Alabama.
Oh my God!
Shout out to DJ Envy.
My brother.
We had him on the podcast with us. He was like, man, one time I think he said he was in Alabama. He said he lost the crowd. He just couldn't. He said he couldn't play no songs. He was just like they wasn't jacking him.
Bad night. I don't know, man.
You never had one.
Man, he like D-Wade. We don't have
I'm
going
to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
Shit, Louis V. Man,
I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I really don't know if I've had a bad night. I don't think I've ever had a bad night. I probably had, if it was to myself, like, okay, maybe I didn't do
what
I thought I was supposed to do. But you're reminded, like, you did exactly what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
So it's more so like one of those things where you just kind of look at your own performance, like, man, maybe I don't know if I, you know what I mean?
I could have did a little better.
Yeah, but it's like, nah, you snapped. But I can honestly say I don't.
Yeah, I remember having a bad night, huh?
Nah, and that's gonna sound crazy because most people will probably be looking at this like, man, I'm fucking lying, but. I really don't. Yeah, I don't really recall. Yeah, I've never had a situation where it's just up there and I'm just like. Now I've had moments, right? I've had moments where, say for instance, I remember this happened not too long ago. I ain't gonna say where it was at, what was going on. I'm not gonna, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. So I always pray before I DJ, right?
Right.
I always pray before I DJ, and that's because I'm always like, look, man, like I don't know how this gonna go, but just guide me. You know what I'm saying? Just guide me. So I recall getting the crowd right where I needed them to go, and then something took place. Or whatever in the event to something was supposed to take place, and then when that thing happened to take place, now the people go back to doing whatever it is they're doing. So now you got to bring them back. Mm-hmm. You kind of get what I'm saying? So imagine everybody's up, going, something takes place, and then everybody's like, okay, let me just kind of get a breather.
That only happens in Atlanta. I swear, I've been in Atlanta, they get to a fight. And be like, oh.
Nah, but it wasn't a fight. This is something really good. So now you gotta bring them back to that part to that point where you had them. Right. So you find yourself trying to figure that part out, right? And then I just remember saying, all right, God, like, we already talked about this. You know what I mean? Like, just
hold me down.
It's time to
hold me down.
I'm not going out like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And lo and behold, again, it just clicked. And then before you know it,
stupid.
That's
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things where you think you're gonna have a night, but it's like, nah, I already had this conversation with him. I just gotta trust that it's gonna happen.
Right.
And it just happens. Yeah. So I honestly don't recall ever having a bad night, maybe to myself. And I wouldn't even say bad. It would just be like, okay, I could have did this or I could have did that. Right. But you kind of look at the body language, you look at the people.
Everybody still was in a vibe.
They had a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all you could do.
Right, that's all.
But I've never had one of them. Oh man, I can't.
Who this nigga is?
I can't.
Right.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that. No,
You never had one of like that.
So as far as with your
No.
track list and your selection of music, do you go with like, cause you're a fan of music,
Yeah.
obviously to be in that. So do you go with like, okay, these the hitters that's being played, or you do your judgment of like, I know what track's gonna get the crowd moving, or I know this crowd, I'm gonna play this. I don't gotta play all the hits what everybody want to hear. I could play tracks and really get I could create the crowd.
Yeah. For me, it's you don't really know. You don't really know what you're getting yourself into because you don't know who's gonna be there. Like you're in control of people's emotions, feelings, moods, dance, whatever. You're in control of that for 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people thinking like, oh, I could do that. It's like, yeah, it sound good.
That shit hard.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta remember, like you're in a situation where it's like people had a hard week, a long day, whatever, and I'm coming to this place
To bless you.
for somebody to take me out of that space for however longer that I'm there. Don't fuck this up for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, again, like it's just I go based off body language. 9 out of 10 times, like shout out to DJ Prince Ice, man, a real legend back at home. He always told me him and Asia Wilson's brother. Matter of fact, DJ Puff. That's my brother. That's my guy that actually taught me how to DJ.
Right.
But they always said you don't play for women, and I think people forget that because we want to hear what we want to hear, and it's like no, you got to remember. Put it like this: if you go to a house party, if you ever notice, women can have a house party just with them, no guys. We ain't doing it.
That's a fact.
You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what I'm playing for you for?
Yeah.
You ain't here for me.
Because the women support.
Right.
Now, let's say the club closes at the end of the night, and the owner is walking around, and then he hear women saying, "Man, y'all need to bring that DJ back next week." What is the owner gonna do?
Bring that DJ.
Bring the DJ back. But if the women like, this guy, man, he ain't played nothing. Tonight was just whack, and then y'all are hyped like, what? That ain't it. That ain't it. Because we can't have a party with just us in it.
We want the woman to come back.
We want the women. We're going to go wherever the women go. That's just what it is.
Right.
So for me, it's finding out. That's the zone. It's like, I don't ever forget that part. I don't care what
a dude think.
A dude might be across the room. Like
yo, play this.
Yeah, why you ain't playing? Like, dude, you in here. You didn't get dressed for the dude across from you to be looking at you like, bruh, sure got on some nice shoes, man. Man, like you didn't get dressed for that. You got dressed so a woman, you know what I'm saying? So you can interact with somebody, and even if you didn't, you still want to look good. You know what I'm saying? For somebody, hopefully for the opposite sex. If not, that's your thing. I'm not knocking it. But at the end of the day, you still want to look presentable. You still want to be around that type of energy. So for me, I play for women.
Right. So you like the R&B nights then?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're real dope. I remember
they're going crazy right now.
Yeah.
That'd be the best time to go out.
Yeah,
like, I think the last time we went out for his birthday, the R&B nights be crazy.
Yeah, I love it. I love him because again, that's the type of music that I listen to, man. As much as that I'm into everything else, and I'm radio and all of that stuff. Like those are the moments where you can just really like just kind of just chill allow yourself to relax.
Old school joy.
You ain't yelling at nobody. Ain't nobody yelling at you. You know what I mean? Like
you can't fight an R&B night.
Yeah. So it's that's the cool part about those nights. But there's really like no set list or anything. It's more so based off the energy, and the songs. Like the hits are the hits. Yeah. And that's another thing people forget. So it's like, man, I heard this before. Yeah, I know you did. That's the whole point. It's a hit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's okay. People feel like you gotta, I ain't play nothing that they play on the radio or whatever. And it's like, it sound good, but there's a reason why this song is the biggest song in the world, because everybody knows it. So why would you take your chance on playing something that nobody knows for everybody to look back at you like, what is you playing? You know what I'm saying?
Who is this nigga?
Versus playing something that everybody knows, and out of the crowd of, let's just say 200, at least 125, 135 gonna be like, that's my shit. You think I give a fuck about the other 75 people that got it? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't please everybody anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to play what everybody in the room wants to hear all the time.
Right.
But I get the majority.
That's what's up.
I get the majority.
You get a lot of people always coming, yo, can you play this?
All the time.
How y'all do that too? Because it's times.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
I don't take requests.
How much you set up? Oh, you don't. Oh, okay.
I don't take requests.
Oh, okay.
I don't take requests. But shout out to the people that do give requests. I'm not gonna say requests. I like people that give reminders. So say for instance, you like, oh yeah, I was gonna play that, or you're right. I need to play that. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I get to that. Let's not forget that. So there's a difference when a person giving you a reminder and people to giving you a request.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But people don't know.
So people, that's what y'all need to do when y'all walk up to DJs, man. So reminder
Yeah,
and a request.
it's like, like, can I give a request? And I just be like, no. But I mean, you can talk to me. Like, I don't mind you telling me, but sometimes I'm already going there anyway.
Right.
But sometimes you do forget. You know what I mean? Because you zoned out, and then somebody might say, hey, you mind playing such and such? And in your mind, you're like, psh, you're absolutely right. I appreciate that. I got you. The people don't give those people credits. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to people that give reminders.
The reminders, not the requests.
Not requests. Give reminders.
So let me ask you a question, man, because we having the 50 years of hip hop. Do you feel like the DJs got enough respect through the 50 years of hip hop?
Man, yeah.
Okay.
I do. Well, you can look at it. You can look at it a lot of ways. Okay. Right.
Because I only want to ask you that because I feel like DJs do so much. Like y'all break records. Y'all make new artists. Like we had Ferrari in here. And he was telling us like, man, I remember we played Lil Baby. We know we weren't supposed to do that. Like
I remember he told me that.
We went through the what's name? He
said,
pro. He like,
I was like, you ain't do that at iHeart.
Yeah. Congratulations to
congratulations
to my boy
dog.
Man.
Well, I was like, that's not gonna happen. But I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, you did.
Cause you ain't gonna do it with me. That's my brother.
That's all right. Shout
my guy.
And congratulations for what I'm saying. It was so crazy because we just had him on here. And he was all, you know what I'm saying. So for y'all to just. So that was dope, but like he was saying, like he like radio's already programmed.
That's my guy, man.
He like, but me and you know, we did some dope junk. Like,
they took it for what they did. That's incredible. Like, I mean, again, I think everybody has those stories where they did something or that can never really be done again. And that was that moment, and we see, and I wasn't even here for it. I just remember coming here, and I heard about it, and I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are bold.
Right.
But
because you're not supposed to do that.
I mean, I'm not gonna say you're not supposed to. You do. I'm not gonna say you're not supposed to. It just depends on what you like.
The feeling,
like what you going for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm not gonna do that. I don't come from that. I don't come from that type of that type of system.
Right.
Where you could be like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm playing this amount of times. And it don't work like that. Like my situation didn't work like that. But do people do it? Yeah. You gotta think of all the people that came before me. You know, all the people that came before you guys, before podcasts. You know, shout out to again, we were talking about him, Charlamagne. He took chances on the radio that people would never take.
Charlamagne
never take.
Shout
you know what I mean?
Effect, all that.
Like he took it there for people to be like, you know what, I can express how I feel, but somebody took it there before him. You had your Howard Stern, you had your Wendy Williams, you had these people that did things.
And he was
under Wendy Williams.
You see what I'm saying? So you had people that did things.
Man. Shout out to Charlamagne.
You had people that did things that just kind of just broke open those doors. And again, I don't know if that'll ever happen again for what Ferrari and DC did, what they did. That was dope. But would I do it? No.
And sometimes moments like that when they happen,
they can't repeat it.
It's a moment in time.
We seen it, like damn, that's one of those.
But it worked. You know what I'm saying? He betted on himself.
And you trying to do it.
They bet on themselves. I'm sorry.
My boy said he got blue. He said he got the blue check off that. Shout out to my boy Ferrari. So you said you feel like the DJs did get enough credit? Then you feel like they did?
I feel like it. I mean, it just depends. I mean, I would say a lot of artists didn't get the recognition that they deserve.
I feel like they did. I feel like they did.
When you say DJs, I feel like we've been paying homage to people for a long time. These R&B nights don't happen just because we ain't got nothing else to do. We're paying homage. These old school sets that people do, these old hip hops, when we go into a T.I. set or a G, we've been paying homage for a long time. Right. So 50 years, we've been doing it. The DJ's been doing it. We play these records already, but I don't think the artists got the respect that they some of them did.
I feel like they didn't.
But
I feel like somebody like Luke. I feel like Luke supposed to got his own.
Absolutely, but again, it's just
hip hop so big. Yeah.
It's a major thing. But we've been playing these records. You could play Scarred. You could play all of these Luke songs, and it's still going. That's my way.
Right.
I don't need it to be the 50th year of hip hop for me to pay homage to these people. I've already been doing it.
Right.
You kind of get.
'Cause I ain't gonna lie, you can still play Doodoo Brown right now.
Yeah, you can play all of that. So in my
Yeah.
mind, like, do the DJs get the recognition? Maybe to some they didn't. Me, I wasn't looking for recognition.
Right,
I don't think a lot of people were, because it's really about how we could pay homage to these artists, in my opinion. But don't get it twisted. It does start with the DJ.
Right, because I ain't gonna lie.
Because
Like
it starts
growing
with
up
the
with
DJ,
me,
so I'm
growing up
not
with
knocking
me,
that part.
Growing up with
You know
me,
what I'm
like that's how I got introduced to like Fab, all type
of
of
course.
people because
Shout out to Clue.
yeah, you get what I'm saying?
For
Like,
sure.
like that's how you gotta
Yes,
like.
but again, it's no knock to it. It's just I don't know if a lot of people really thought about it in that standpoint. I have, but I don't think I was too much like really concerned about that part. You know, I was more so just
you feel like the artists didn't get they just do.
Yeah, because again,
But I feel like,
there's no hip hop without DJs, and there's no hip hop without artists. You kind of get what I'm saying? So you got to figure out. We all deserve everybody deserves something, but for me, I was like, I was good. You know what I mean? I pay homage to these to the artists all the time. It doesn't take it to be the 50th year hip hop for me to do it. And even the DJs, I pay a lot of DJs respect. You know what I'm saying? Like just being down here. I remember getting down here and you hear all of these names and all these people that came before you. So just being in the rooms or just being mentioned with these guys, being able to come up to you and have conversations with you about all the great things that you're doing or the things that you're doing in the city. I didn't come here being disruptive. I came here,
to do your thing,
to do my thing. And how can I add to the Atlanta culture? I'm not from Atlanta. I don't know what y'all did before I got here.
Right.
I wasn't there for all of the things that y'all did before I got here, but I know what I could bring to the city to add to keep it moving forward. Yes, I know that. And even if it wasn't here, that could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be in Atlanta. It could have been Florida or anywhere. I know what I bring to the table. Yeah. So for me, again, it's just I pay homage all the time.
Right.
I do that all the time. I don't need it to be the 50th year for me to go extra.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. And I look at it like, and with everything, which was just taking off of energy of just saying, it's like, you are humble and respect of your craft, the industry, the art form. So it's like you damn near a 2% of DJs. Because it's like, yo, I get that, and that's honorable to say that, like, yo, you pay homage all the time. We pay homage to these artists and everything. But when we go back to representing 50 years of hip hop, without y'all, these artists aren't known to anybody.
I agree, 100%.
Because it starts with y'all, and then before, when it was social media and streaming and all this, it was the DJ. I gotta have this DJ, do this and that. So it's like for a lot of them, they definitely respected some, but it's like a lot of these DJs didn't get recognized.
I ain't gonna lie, because back in the days, because I was about to say, back in the days, like, if you was a hot artist and you ain't get you a gangster grill or something, you wasn't hot.
But again, and it's not, I'm not downplaying it. It's just one of those things where it just wasn't something that I was really.
You was searching for, itching for.
It was just like,
that's the humble heart in you, the humble beast.
It's like, we here.
I ain't itching for it. I know what I do, because regardless if y'all don't, I still pay the homage and get my respect playing these artists and doing what I do.
You know what I mean?
And that's good.
And I wasn't out here like complaining.
Yeah,
like it was some people out here complaining.
Yeah,
and I'm not just talking about in Atlanta, but there was a lot of people out here complaining. Okay. It's like, I get it. Like, you may feel like you have every right to complain, but if you're able to provide for your family, if you're able to wake up every day and do exactly what you're doing, if you're able to
love what you do,
and love what you do all through hip hop, I don't need somebody to walk up to me and say, you know what, man, thank you. You do, like, I don't need all that. Like, I'm blessed to be able to do this. I'm a part of this. I wasn't there for the whole 50 years. I've only been doing this DJing. I've only been DJing for, it's going to be 16 years for me in December. So again, I've added my contribution to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did what I was supposed to do, and I'm coming from Columbia, South Carolina, where, we breed DJs.
Right.
We breed DJs.
That's hard.
We breed DJs. We breed athletes, but we breed DJs. So it's just something about that. Like, I did my part, and then taking that talent from that small town and taking it to a bigger stage and being able to hold your own amongst some of the best. That lets you know right there, like, all right,
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good.
Have you ever toured with any artists before, DJ?
Nah, I never really been a tour DJ.
Okay.
I think this year actually was my first time. Shout out to my homegirl DJ Penny Lane. She's on the station on Saturdays. Really good friend of mine. She's Jagged Edge DJ.
Okay.
And she was out for a while and asked me to fill in for her. That was my first time touring with an artist. Over the
How
summer.
was it? Did you like it?
Dope.
It was dope.
It was real dope. Yeah, that was my first time. So out of these 16 years and everything that I've always accomplished, touring with the artist was one of the things that I never got a chance to do.
Right.
And I remember texting her and I'm like, yo, man, like, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like, you
dope.
gave it, and she texted me back and was like, nah, thank you because you gave me my first radio shot. She had never been on the radio before.
Wow.
You kind of get what I'm saying? So it was one of the things like, so it was like, yo, you gave me my first radio shot. And I'm like, nah, but you gave me my first. This is something that I wanted to do, that I wanted to scratch off my bucket list
right.
for DJing. And she made that happen for me for like a good 2 or 3 months. So that was dope.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
So, man, talk about, man, being a man behind the iHeartRadio, man. Like, the guy, man. Like, Ghost. I call you Ghost.
Ghost and Glue.
Yeah,
Why you call me Ghost?
Because, man, nobody know DJ Louis V be making all the chess moves behind, like, all the shows, everything. You know, only how I know because, you know, but you be making a lot of things happen behind, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes. Come on, man. I heard about you doing the Angelique show. You got plugged in the breakfast. Come on, man. We ain't doing this for no reason now. We don't got DJ Louis V sitting on our couch, man. We don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Definitely the
So you
glue.
definitely Ghost, man. For real.
I ain't think about it like that.
Yeah, see, that's dope, man. I'm
about
just giving you your flowers. Though. That's
I
hard,
appreciate
man.
it.
You know, like a lot of people in the land are like, oh, what? Man, DJ Louis V has that. He's the one that does that. He was the okay. And then I seen you and my boy Ferrari Simmons. You brought him on the iHeartRadio. So you do a lot of stuff, man. So
Even
talk
when
about
we
that.
bring your name up, like Talk too. We just had Talk, and Talk was like, oh
Word.
yeah, Talk.
Yeah.
Talk. You know, and it just like the settings of people you want is like not saying you want to know of the person, but just be like, yo, Talk. Yeah, we got. He like, oh, Louis V, that's my guy.
Yeah. Honestly, man, it's just I don't know. I really can't put it into words. You recognize talent. You know talent when you see it,
Right.
and you support it. That's what it is for me. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just support, man. And like I said, just doing good business. And your talent speaks for itself.
Right.
So when you walk into these rooms, you're able to perform at the highest level, put yourself in position to be able to do some great things, but not just put yourself in position, but put other people in position. It doesn't.
Yeah, Ross just said that the other day.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's about how
kill
many
me
people
or
you help.
take anything away from me to help somebody else. And again, I just look at it it's an opportunity for somebody else to grow and really just flourish. You kind of get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't have that push to have that, that backing. And it could be like the smallest thing. You know, you could walk out of here and somebody might see you guys and like, yo, man, I'm starting a podcast. Like, and I watch you guys all the time. Yeah. How can y'all help me? And then you could just be like, yo, man, you just give them like just a little bit of advice. And then you never know how far that'll take that person. But then when you're in an industry like this, everybody feel like, oh, I got to be against you. And it's like, nah, I ain't got to be against you. When I came here, Ferrari was on a whole nother station. Yeah. You kind of get what I'm saying? Right. But I knew he was talented. I knew people would always say, yo, y'all need to meet, man. Y'all would be like really cool if y'all met each other. And just in conversation, like we were really cool. But I knew he was talented, you know what I'm saying? And for somebody to express, that they want to be in radio and they like radio. And I'm like, well, I got a platform, I got an opportunity, let's see what that looks like. And again, the same thing my mom told me. Cool. Just take it serious. Yeah. Don't play with it. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all I ask, man. And it's the same thing with anybody else. Shout out to Angela Yee. Her show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was big. Yeah, that's just big to me. You know what I'm saying? But these are like my big sisters and that's like a big sister to me. And then you got Envy and Charlamagne. Like, these are like my big brothers. Again, I've been knowing Charlamagne for a while, but I met the entire Breakfast Club as a whole. I think it was like 2011 when we first did the first Breakfast Club day party.
Right.
I think it was 2011. So you got to think that took years to build a relationship because it's like, you guys come down, CIAA, we're doing this big event together. I'm opening up for Envy. You kind of get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not doing all of this dumb stuff to show I'm better than him or or he gonna know me type thing. I'm gonna show out, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing all that. It's more so like, look, I'm opening up for you. I know my role. That's a lot of things people don't know their role, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Read the 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah, right. Fact. Don't overpower. Yeah, that's a fact.
So I know my role. I know what I came to do, and I do it to that extent. So for me, I'm going to take it to this level, and then I'm gonna assist, and then you gonna dunk this motherfucker. You gonna kill it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. So, and then standing on good business, like I said. With Angela Yee, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Just doing good business, building a great relationship. And it's like, okay, I'm about to start my own show. Why wouldn't? You know what I mean? Like, wow, well, yeah, of course I would like for you to be the DJ for it. You kind of get what I'm saying? But it's like, but these are things that I built. This is not something where I know some people, you know, and I don't really care or think about it like that, but some people might think it was, you know, oh, because we're friends. It's like, no, like, you got to recognize too. And it's not tooting my own horn, but like I say, my mother told me to take it serious. I take it serious. Like, no, I take this shit serious. Like, what I do, like, I do it to the best of my ability. Yeah. So just because you don't recognize that, that ain't my problem. You know what I'm saying? But these are people that recognize my talent and saw me build, you know what I'm saying, and grow into this. Like, this ain't just happened overnight. And a lot of people might think that. So, again, Atlanta's easy to me. And I'm not saying that to offend anybody, but I didn't come here like, oh, man, I'm not going to be able to do this, or I'm not going to be able to do this. No, I came here saying, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And if I get the opportunity, I'm going to do this. And if I get to work with this person, I'm going to do this. And if I get this, I'm going to change this and make this happen. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be, because, I mean, I feel like I don't have time to be wishing or hoping that I get to do something. Like, no, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. And it just happens to work out that way. So all of these things that are going on, these are the things that I said I wanted to do, and I just put it into play. But it's for real. Like,
that's
these
like Ghost was. Ghost was like, man, I'm going to the club business. I'm do my thing, man. New York biggest club.
But it's real. But you got to be ready for that, because when the opportunity comes and you get presented that opportunity, if you ain't ready, then it's like, okay, that's your fault.
Yeah, that's
you kind of get what I'm saying.
Shout out to Alice, good energy.
So
he said that same thing. Like, when your opportunity come, if you can't hit the jump shot, you missed the shit.
You missed it. So all the things that I said I wanted to do, I was ready for. I knew I was ready for. Like, even coming back here for the second time, it was like, all right, this time when I get back here, even in the pandemic, because, you know, this motherfucker was not closed.
No, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
So hookahs and everything still.
So
blowing,
I had
man.
already, like I told y'all,
still blowing hookahs, everything.
Right, and we was in here.
Yeah.
But like I told you, I was in Indianapolis, and I felt constrained. Like, I was like, I couldn't do anything. So I've been sitting for a while. So it was like, oh, I'm about to go to a market that's open, and everything that like you guys see now, I had already been doing these things. I just wasn't doing them in Atlanta. So if you wasn't on social media or we were following each other, you really wouldn't know. You probably would hear, but you wouldn't know. It would make sense back then, because back then it was, you had to hear about somebody to know that they were dope. Now I could just look you up. And your followers or whatever, or your party, or way the camera's set up, is going to look like you got it popping.
Right.
But then make sure the talent matches everything that you're putting out there. So, again, when I came here, it was just like, all right, man, like, I don't got time to play. Like, what are we talking about? It's wide open. It's wide open. Yeah, you know, like, and I know what I bring to the table. So I may not be doing it the way you do it, but it's still getting done.
Right.
You kind of, you know what I'm saying? I may not be doing it the same way you're doing it, but it's still getting done. I'm still doing it.
Right.
So whatever that looks like.
Right.
Like, so it's really not, it's funny you say ghost. I don't think it's a mystery type of thing. It's just being able to know that I'm blessed and I have an opportunity to bless somebody else and do right by the blessings that's given to me. Because, again, like, there's no way, like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, I did none of this by myself. Like, all of this is already in stone. So it's like, this is nothing compared to whatever, you know what I'm saying, what my heart desires or what I want to do next. Right. This is just a small piece of it, and this is just everybody just kind of in Atlanta starting to, I think, notice, like, okay, Like, this kid is not playing, and then I'm not. Like, again, I'm taking it serious. I made a promise to somebody that ain't here no more. Dog, y'all don't understand. Like, I ain't got time to be playing. Like, this ain't it. So while you over there trying to figure out how I'm doing it, I'm doing it.
Right.
And I'm going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
That's how I feel
You
about
a
it.
hip hop head or R&B fan?
R&B fan. But I'm definitely a hip hop head, but I'm 100% R&B fan.
Okay, so a hip hop head, top 5 that you like, that's like top 5 artists, hip hop, that you either listen to or you either go that you listen to or that you just got in your top 5.
Funny you said that. So I just literally had a chance to really talk and meet my favorite hip hop artist. It's Jadakiss.
Oh, Kiss.
Wow.
Word. Oh, Kiss.
Shout out
Heard
to
you.
Kiss.
Yeah,
Kiss
shout
love
out to
Rochester, New York.
facts.
I've been listening to Kiss for years.
What? Come on, man. We all Kiss was
And
like.
I asked that because,
Yeah.
like, yo, in Charleston, between North Carolina and South Carolina, when it comes to music, it's diverse.
It's like a big. I don't want to use the word gumbo
Yeah.
because that's a New Orleans thing. But if you was to put it in a big pot, we didn't have anything to just latch on or call our own.
It's like,
So we listened to everybody,
all type
or
of
they
shit.
call it the chitlin circuit, where if you coming from Georgia, you had to go through South Carolina. If you come from up top, you had to go through South Carolina to get to the South. So we were just that bridge, and we latched on to the things that we
That boy said
relate
Kiss.
to.
That's
But
hard.
Jadakiss, man, number
When
one.
did you meet him?
Okay,
When
so
did you
Kiss-
meet him? That was dope.
One Music Fest.
Oh.
I met him before in Miami, but this time I actually like really got to meet him, and that's like my favorite artist. Like it's cool because like one of my like closest friends, shout out to Dev, he was just like, yo man, like I'm like, yo, that's
The bucket list.
dude, that's top 5 dead or
Okay.
alive.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Ah,
say
I
what you
love
want to say.
Kiss.
This is Jada Kiss.
Yeah,
So,
I love Kiss. Kiss my God. I swear.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? So
I remember the
Kiss
first time I
number
ever
one.
met him, we was in the parking lot of the Velvet Room. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, man, you just did a show. He's like, Rochester, New York. I love him. I
Yeah.
love that. Like,
Yeah.
that's my guy.
So I would
And he
say
ain't never
Kiss.
get your whack verse. Shout out to Kiss.
Never
get your whack
never.
verse.
So Kiss
Never.
number 1, Jay-Z number 2, Drake number 3, Nas, and 5 I would have to say. This might sound crazy. T.I., man.
I ain't mad at you.
I'm not
Tip.
mad at
I'm
that
not mad
at
at you.
all.
Tip
Tip,
hard.
tip,
That's a
tip.
good
I'm
list.
not mad
That's
at
a
you.
great list.
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, and then a lot of people like, oh man, you forgot that. Yeah, this is
man,
what
that's
I
my-
listen
that's
to.
why I asked
You know what I'm
you.
saying?
What's
me.
Yeah.
That's why I asked
And anybody know, you in the car with me, it's gonna be one of those.
Word. That's
Yeah, for
hard.
sure.
That's hard.
Okay, R&B.
R&B.
Yeah, what you? Yeah, R&B list. I gotta hear that.
All right, R&B. I'm a big fan of not just how he sings, but how he writes. Tank.
Oh, my boy.
You know
Oh
what I'm
man, I
saying?
want him to sing out my way.
So shout,
I promise I do.
So shout out to
That
Tank,
boy Tank
man.
is hard. I like Tank. I want Tank
Shout out
to
to
sing out
Tank.
my way, man.
Yeah, Tank is the
He'll
truth.
make my
man.
wife cry, man. He walked through them doors.
Yeah,
and
Tank is the truth.
Tank hit you with that. Tank, hey, you
Yeah.
ever hear Tank do covers and shit?
Yeah.
Tank is
Yeah.
hard. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I want him to. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want him to. You know, I might not be able to make that happen yet.
You all right?
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I would say
Yeah.
Tank. Definitely Chris Brown, for sure. Chris Brown is up there for sure. Jasmine Sullivan.
She's a
Kurt, that's
solid.
nice.
Yeah.
Jasmine
Right.
dope.
Jasmine.
She came back out of nowhere with a dope ass album too.
And you could say hip hop, but I could say both with this person, Missy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I can't you could say either or with her because
Yeah.
she writes R&B.
Okay.
She sings.
Okay.
She
for
raps.
her act- okay,
So that's what I'm
respect.
saying.
Yeah, for her writing.
So
ability, yeah,
you-
okay. No, I respect that.
Missy.
is a goat.
Yeah.
Missy for sure.
Right.
What's that for? Is that 3 or 4?
Yeah, that's
It's
4.
Shit. Album that I'm listening to.
I ain't gonna lie. My album listen to right now, R&B.
Hold on.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. Can it be old?
Yeah, of
It can
course.
be old.
Yeah.
It's gonna either be Donnell Jones.
Oh, I ain't mad at you for that.
D. Jones, man, where I want to be, man.
That album was incredible.
What?
Incredible.
That album is crazy.
That first album was
where I want to
incredible.
be, man.
And my last
And you can
question
add
is-
Avant and Joe in it.
Oh,
Okay.
Somewhere on that list. You can add Avant and Joe
you can do that.
somewhere in
Yeah,
there
yeah.
because they in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Don't get it
that's
twisted.
So my last one, just touching because you R&B and you like it. I need to know right now who you taking, and not of who's better, not who has the better career, who has the better.
Here you
just
go
as
with this
far
bullshit.
as
Here you go with
it's
this
not
bullshit, Louis
bullshit.
V.
Just your preference on whose album you're gonna go listen to or who type of music you're gonna go and play.
Can't do it like that,
Hold
Rich.
on, that's it. 'Cause
No,
it's not
man,
like-
you
'cause
breaking
you
it
do
down.
careers-
You breaking
no,
it down.
listen, 'cause you do a
breaking it
career,
down to try to
'cause
kill
it's
it.
automatic. If you go career, it's gonna be one of those. So it's like, who do you take, Mary J or Beyonce?
He always break. You see how
Hold
he
on,
broke it
don't
down?
give him no. Just let him go.
Mary.
That's dope.
Respect. He said D Wade and Mary. I knew Louis
Mary.
V was destined to be here.
Mary.
Her-
I'm not mad at you.
I ain't
Yeah,
mad at
man.
that.
But the way
I'm
he
not
gave you,
taking enough from
the way he
Beyonce.
gave you the church, it broke it down to you. It
No,
made
because
you
that's how you
feel-
got to do. Because if you
Mary.
break it down to be like who's the better artist, it's like Beyonce, of course, supersedes.
Yeah,
her, for
but
sure.
Mary, just
But
Mary.
the music relatable to how the feeling, the songs. Mary J. Blige.
Mary
is
J.
the one.
Mary,
I mean,
Mary,
that's
Mary,
that's your opinion.
yeah,
Nah,
Mary,
that's fine,
Mary,
man. I
Mary
ain't mad at
changed
nobody.
a lot, and
She was the AI of the R&B shit.
yeah, she
Came
changed
through
she
with the
changed a
cross
lot.
like, yo.
I ain't mad about that.
Yeah, what's the 411?
Yeah.
But see, is she like what? See, is she like when you take Beyonce? It's like you. I love Mary J. Blige. I grew up on Mary J. Blige, but as a
I don't think anything is wrong with Beyonce. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's nothing
I'm
wrong
just,
with Beyonce.
yeah, it's just, they don't sing about the same stuff.
right, that's
Oh.
You
that-
kind of get what I'm
that-
saying?
yeah.
That's number one.
That's what I said. It's just a
And
preference.
but from where Beyonce is taking it, oh for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Beyonce,
yeah, you
she's
gotta-
gonna win in them categories
yeah,
every
like-
time.
like
That's why I say that's why you had to
That's
break
why
it down
you-
like
It's
yeah,
that.
like
'cause
it's
like, that's what I
definitely.
just-
I ain't gonna say foot. Let's just say hill on necks
Yeah.
out here. She is
I'm
not
talking about
playing.
it's like we can't
She's
even
not
have
playing.
that discussion.
Yeah,
with them
yeah,
two,
she's
'cause it's like,
and it's always like somebody like that. Like you always gotta have the person.
So let me ask you this: Mary J. Blige or Lauryn Hill?
Mary,
Hmm?
Mary, Lauren's dope.
yeah, I'm telling you, Lauren gave us enough.
Yeah,
Lauren
Lauren
got
is
a
dope.
classic
No, she
album.
got-
And honestly,
yeah.
I would have put Lauren on that list, but
No,
we didn't get a lot of projects from Lauren.
You got one classic.
You know what I'm saying? But the classic was a classic, and I 100%.
That's
But
it.
we didn't get a lot of projects from her. But that one, definitely.
I ain't gonna lie. I like her and I like Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu stuff
Erykah
too.
Badu, yeah,
Yeah, Erykah Badu is nice. I
Yeah,
like
one of
her.
my favorite joints from her is Next Lifetime. It's one
Yeah.
of my favorite songs. Man.
What? That's my
One
joint.
of the realest joints ever.
Yeah.
Because that's some.
I seen
real
her
shit.
live too, so it made like
Yeah.
yeah, she's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm talking
Hey,
about
one
like
thing too, though.
she like to hear the drums and all. I'm like, damn,
And
like,
she DJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's nice.
Yeah, her live shit is really like fucking.
Yeah, I went to her. Yeah, that shit was
That
crazy.
shit's like a fucking what they call that shit, hypnotizing. Because you
Yeah.
hear that shit like, damn, Erica, you be.
She know all the beats. She like she could
trance.
tell when somebody. She was standing up there. That's when you. Excuse me. That's how you know you like an artist. She sitting there. She like, yeah, you ain't playing the what's name. This is like during the concert. She like getting all the music tuned
Yeah.
up. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah,
she's
she's
a beast.
What's the thing with DJs and when it's time to let out, they gotta play all the R&B songs? That's just a normal thing, or that's just like, no, this is the get out music. But usually them songs really be having.
I think I don't know what everybody else do it for. I can't really speak for when you say DJs. I can speak for myself.
Okay.
So for me, I don't wait.
So you playing that already?
I'm playing it already.
Okay,
but
see,
but I come from, I'm at that age where I come from. That was the thing to do at parties when we were young.
Yeah.
Not only that, dude, I've been rapping all night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like. For me, it's like, man, it's like 1:45, almost 2 o'clock in the morning, or
Gotta
you can
get
say
your,
1:30.
gotta get your old schools in the
Bro,
R&B in there.
You've been eyeing this woman all night,
It's time to go.
or you've been hesitating,
Soft legs.
walking by her, trying to buy her a drink. Like, I'm here to help you,
You
out.
out. There it goes.
Okay,
There it goes.
so I'm gonna play the songs so you can talk to her. So you can. I'm gonna play the songs. Yeah, but I'm gonna
Shout
play
to Diddy, man.
right.
That
But
love
I'm
album,
gonna play
man.
I'm gonna play the songs because
Yeah.
you might not have the right words.
Yeah.
You might not have the
And
right
this gonna
words,
give you all
and you might be on edge. Like, damn, like how do I
Approach her.
approach her? What do I say to her? And I'm gonna help you.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna take you there.
But you gotta go.
You gotta close it though.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta close it.
I ain't gonna lie. I said I'm fucking with Diddy right now. Diddy did that Love album. Have you heard it yet?
Of course.
Dope. Oh man,
When he put it out,
my homeboy got
in
one
New
of the dopest songs on the Kalen. Kalen for real. Him and
Yeah.
the Jodeci
Okay,
joint.
yeah.
That's my guy. Kalen, my guy.
I'm telling you,
Kalen,
man,
my guy.
it's
he
one of those things
snapped.
like where it's just it's I can't speak for everybody else, but it's not a let out thing for me. It's just more so you gotta know when the
Seal the
time is
deal.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Time to seal
also
the deal.
again, a lot of people might not like that you do it in the middle of a party, but look, at the end of the day,
I'm taking you to the.
I'm taking you there because you're on a journey.
Soft legs.
I don't have to wait till the end of the night to play it.
that,
You know
yeah.
these songs anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
You kind of
that's
get
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? And I think that's the part where if you're waiting to the end of the night to do that, then that's not good. Because you can there's a way you can do it and get away with
Yeah,
it.
slick, warm it up. So
Yeah,
it's like
and
we caught
and
that
then just
track, go back
take
and
it
chill,
and take it back.
and then bring it back.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You could take
Bring
it
it
back.
back.
For me, I have a thing where it's like I go there and then let the women get it all out.
Right. Because
And
you know they're
then-
gonna sing. They're gonna
and
do
it's
all that
like,
shit. Yeah.
Fellas, we got that out the way. Now it's time for you to
Do your thing.
do your thing now.
Yeah.
So then you take them to all of these R&B songs that men sing to women. And now it's a back and forth thing. You done sung to me, I sung to you. And then when they right at their peak, you just turn that bitch back up.
Yeah.
And it's up. You know
Louis
what I'm
V,
saying?
Louis V got that shit. Louis V. So let me ask you, DJ. What's one of your favorite clubs that you done did? Like one of your spots that you was like, damn, I did that shit. That was that was a good night. Like what club would you say?
In the A or just in general?
In general.
Favorite club. Favorite club. Favorite club. It just depends on what time I was in my life. So,
Okay.
if we saying now, okay. Again, I always have a story about stuff because I always remember
this is
where
what
I
we
was
want. This is
at. I
what we
remember
want.
coming here. I remember coming here back in the day,
Right.
and I would walk into, like I say, the operas, the mansions, the Velvet Room.
Hey, what Velvet like? It was like you made it to
Velvet was dope. Velvet was
Sunday
dope.
night, yeah.
I don't know if y'all familiar with Hit Squad.
Yeah,
Corey and
with the Clark with them boys. Them
All
my
right,
guys. Yeah,
all right,
Corey,
so
them
these
my
my
guys,
guys.
man.
So these my
Corey and all of them.
So they took a chance on me and put me in there.
They used to throw parties at Clark. That's why we
Yeah, so they did a Thursday night out there at Velvet
I
Room.
grew up
one
with
night.
them boys. Yeah.
And they put me in there on a Thursday. That was I kind of still got the picture from that. That was dope.
Oh, you got to drop this clip.
Yeah,
That's
so-
one. Them
yeah.
I'm talking about them my CAU.
Yeah.
Them my
Yeah,
boys,
those
man.
Those my guys,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
So those
yeah.
guys put me in there. That was dope. And then opera. I used to go on opera.
Thursday?
And I would on Thursday night.
Ooh.
And I would be in there. Shout out to my brother Corey
Oh,
Harley.
you definitely been in
And
there
I would
rapping
be
with
in
us.
there, and I'd just be looking around. And I'm just like, yo, like if I get a shot, it's up.
Oh, yeah.
Because
And,
opera
then
used to
and,
be a
and you
movie.
remember when they opened up Opera Gardens?
Yeah, the back of it.
Back up.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
did
it's just
Opera.
different
I
itself,
opened
like-
up for Bill Black.
What?
This is when Twitter was popping, and Bill Black tweeted about me, and Corey and them was like, "Yo, send his information," and that's how I got. And I remember I skipped home. I didn't even go to homecoming. Y'all homecoming was the same weekend as our homecoming, and they wanted me to DJ Velvet Room on a Thursday night for y'all homecoming.
Homecoming,
On a
the
Saturday.
alumni
No,
party.
my bad. It was a Saturday
The
night.
alumni party, like alumni party. or
Nah,
something? Oh.
this was everybody
After the
was-
football game,
Yeah,
after the football
after
game.
football. It was a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing it that Saturday night. And so that's what led to that, and everything
Shout out to
started
my
rolling.
boys, Hit Squad. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Shout out to my
But
guys.
That's crazy.
in this time, when I came here, it was lounges. You know, clubs wasn't really
Yeah.
the
Right.
thing, and they was taking me to different places. My homie was taking me to different places, and then I went to 4B,
Ooh.
and I was like, yo,
4B down in the cut too.
yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I think 4B for me now, 4B was that spot that I had the most fun in, the best time.
4B have some beautiful women.
I love 4B, man. I love apartment 4B, man. I love 4B.
Yeah, 4B.
Look, y'all crazy. Like everybody, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
that's
4B be
For real, but it's
crazy.
but the whole structure is like super
Yeah.
duper dope.
God
There,
damn.
breakfast at Barney's,
Ooh.
and a lot of people they don't even have DJs in there, so that'll tell you that right there. So breakfast at Barney's,
Breakfast at Barney's.
yeah, like breakfast at Barney's, and trying to think what else I was out here. Of course, Miss Icy's Kitchen. Miss Icy's Kitchen. outside of Atlanta, where have I been? Shit. Oh, 5015, Houston.
Crazy.
What you talking about? Shout out to Steve Rogers.
5015. That's the name of the spot?
5015.
Okay.
Go crazy.
5015 in Houston. If you've never been to Houston, or if you've been to Houston and you know about 5015, shout out to Steve Rogers. All right?
It's crazy.
Crazy.
You ever go to Houston,
Never been yet.
go to 5015
Right.
and thank me later.
Okay.
Ooh, I
50.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my boy V. I'm coming to Houston, man. They just told me
50-15.
5015, man. That's probably definitely one of my favorite spots. I think Envy would agree with that too, cause we do parties together. So when we do parties together in Houston, like we go to 5015. Yeah, we go to 5015.
That's hard.
5015 is a vibe, yo. I
So
promise you.
So I see you got the sneaker gallery.
Here we go.
What's your favorite pair of sneakers, man? You gotta give me.
Favorite pair of sneakers. I'm pretty simple.
Okay.
I would have to say probably Jordan 1s.
Don't
In
was.
my head, I just said 1s or 11s is gonna be his shit.
But
everything
my
I love.
favorite Jordan,
Is what?
the 15.
The 15s.
Google that right quick.
I already know.
And now that he said
I'm a
it,
Jordan nigga.
that's when the picture come up on the side of the screen.
I'm a Jordan.
The
No,
black.
because
Pull it up.
after
Pull it up.
because
The
hold on,
Jordan.
'cause
Put the 14
is
up
with
there.
the joint
The
and the
15.
hologram. So
The 14s is the 15s is the.
That's what I'm saying. So anything after the 14 really
No.
bogus.
You don't like anything.
People
That's
think
you.
that. Look at the
That is
15.
you. That
Look at
is
the
you.
15.
You don't even like nothing after the 14.
Yo,
You're
put that shit
bogus.
on
Look at the
screen.
15.
Yeah, you're
let
bogus.
me pull
Anything
that
after the, I know what you're talking about. I'm a Jordan head, so
Look
I
at
already
the
know what you're
15.
talking about.
The 15s were different.
Yeah,
15 was different.
yeah. See, they don't know about the 15.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let me pull this shit up.
The
15s
15.
is the joint.
Anything after 14 is really wild.
You
Check it out.
lying. You lying.
Not the 15, man.
The suitcases was hard. I told you that. You be
The
fronting,
15
bro.
was a classic.
The 15s is hard.
That was a classic. All
Yeah.
black with the red strip in the back.
Yeah.
Then they had the blue and white joints.
Yeah.
What was it?
No,
I got it.
I had these. Though.
Yeah.
I had these.
Yeah.
You see what
I
time it
did-
is?
I got the
had
gold
the-
and black
I had
joints
the-
at the
I had
house.
the- I had the
Got the
gray-
blue. I had the blue and white was at all those. The 15s is
I had the
hard.
black and red. The 15s.
Yo,
was
pull up
cool.
the pull up the
V,
hey yo,
though, V, these
hey, yo.
your favorite joints?
yeah,
Yeah.
pull up the Dornbecker 15s, the
Yeah.
black and gold joints. Watch out, y'all see
Like,
those.
them shit's crazy.
Yeah,
And the only reason why they were my favorite because
Pull up the
I remember when they
Dornbecker.
came. I was in middle school when they came out,
Black and gold. I mean the Dornbeckers.
and the white and blue.
I remember those.
Yeah, the one. That's what
came out.
Ooh,
That was
I
the-
remember
but-
those. I remember those.
I didn't
No,
get
the
them. All
black
my
and red
friends
was the
had them.
first ones. The
And I'm
black
like-
Black
was
Red was
the
always the
first
first one, but
one. And then the white and blue came.
in the summer.
And then they doubled back and gave the white with the red shit. So
Yeah.
like the red with the white was like, ooh, these is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie,
telling
the white and blue came out that summer.
Yeah.
I
And
remember
then,
I
and
was-
then, and
Black
then,
Red was the first
and
one.
then
I
they're
had the
not a
white and
shoe
blue.
that comes out a lot.
No, and they
They were
comfortable.
retro all the damn Jordans except the
Those.
15s like that.
See, I got the Dornbecker.
So when I got the pair-
those. I got the
Oh, that's a
Dornbecker
fact.
black and
15s
gold.
haven't been
15s
back
haven't
out.
been.
Yeah.
No, they've been out. They came out like one other time, but once I got them, like that was it. Yeah, man.
I got the Dornbecker, the gold and black joints.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say that my favorite sneaker has to be the Jordan 1s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can do anything with the ones. You can
Anything.
wear a suit.
Anything.
You can do anything
You
with
can
the
get
ones.
baptized in the
Yeah,
suit.
you can do it. You want to do the one. Like I swear, like in ones you can wear anything. You could though. Like
Yo,
it's funny because Louis
real
just said some
talk.
real shit. He was like,
Real talk,
hey, he
bro.
gave us a PSA.
Real talk.
You can not wear
Real
LeBron
talk.
James with everything. You
No.
can wear the Jordan ones.
No,
with
you can wear Jordan 1s for sure.
Yeah, you can wear
Anything.
anything.
Even if they're the low top.
You go to a
Whatever.
funeral, all that shit.
Whatever.
Jordan
All
ones.
of them.
That
All
nigga
of
said
them.
you get baptized.
You could in the Jordan
Am I
ones.
lying?
Word of my mama.
My
son.
mom, you could.
If it all
Yo.
ends now and then you in line and you go to heaven and people got Jordan 1s, nobody's gonna like,
They know I'm bad.
like bet. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
where we
No,
at.
I
You
bet
got the
those.
bronze.
Yeah,
You're like,
I had
what
those.
the fuck he
But if
doing?
you see somebody up there with some bronze, you gonna be like, bruh,
Come on, bro. Like
who's selling these up here?
you did not put you in your casket with those on, man. Not with those, man. Like you
no
cannot-
knock to LeBron
No,
shoes,
LBJ great, man. One of the
Yeah,
greatest.
sure, but-
when we talking about sneakers, man, the sneaker game. Come on, man. Nah, you can't even put no Kobe's on. Like shout out to my boy Kobe, man. That's my guy. But if I catch you at the church with the Kobe's on with the fit, I'm kicking you in your butt. There's no way. Them high top shits, none of that. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't give a fuck you talking about the Grinches.
I never really
Shout out to
looked up-
KB.
Just-
If you
just-
come through a wedding with the Grinches or something on you, dead ass wrong.
But G-Show, everything I love though, as far as like other NBA niggas sneakers, I wasn't really jacking niggas kicks. Besides, like these are the only niggas kicks in the NBA who I really jack. Barkley's.
You never wear no weights.
I never wore no weights. I had to wear weights. Weights was that nigga. You had to put them kicks on. No, I'm saying Barkley.
Yeah, he was when he first got
I
on.
don't care about none of that.
Yo, boy, before you go there, I'm gonna tell you a shoe that, and it's not an NBA shoe, but it's a shoe that if they bring these shoes out, it's on and popping. Remember those Barry Sanders?
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Facts. Oh no, that's
turf
a fact.
toes. Yeah,
That's a fact.
the turf toes.
That's a fact.
Come on,
Yo,
man.
if they
The
if
Dion's
they
two turf toes.
if they bring the Barry Sanders
this
joints
back.
out.
Yeah,
you
no
could.
facts. The Barry is
stepping.
definitely one
You
of
get
them.
away with that. You get away with
Yeah, you don't wear it with a suit though.
Nah, you can't wear it with a
Nah,
suit.
not with
But
a
you
suit.
get baptized in
Not
it.
with a
I always, I always tell people if you go wear a suit with sneakers, it got to be low top sneakers.
Yeah, or
Don't
was.
do high top sneakers. Wrong.
Or was.
I used to have LeBron.
Nah, you can't wear the LeBrons with no suit, man. You can wear, I'm telling you, you can wear, Jordans from like 1 to 11, you could probably get away with them in a suit.
Not the eights. No.
No, not 8.
And
Not the 8.
not
Not the
other
7s
shit.
neither.
Yeah,
7s and 8s.
with the flimsy shit. What's the
Yeah.
7s with the
But like 1,
Not even
2,
the 9s. No.
No, the 9s you could. The
No, you
9s to
can't.
wear.
Nah,
Wear.
you can't wear a
Where
suit.
you
No,
say?
B.
Not with a
No.
suit.
No.
Not the 9
No.
with a suit.
It has to be lows, bro. It has to be low top.
You can wear 2 lows. You can wear, you can wear.
Because you gotta have a suit
No,
that
GC, you
the
can't really wear a
the
lot of
cuff
Jordans to no
the
suit.
cuff
Yeah,
or
gotta
whatever
be
the
low
hem
top.
gotta just
I
fall right on
had
top
these
of
on
it.
with a suit.
Yeah, but then what you got? 11s on?
11s.
Yeah, 11s you can wear.
I had them on with a suit. Where my mom I did. I killed the suit too. Niggas ain't even know I had them on.
11s.
Put them shits on.
No, these ones.
The ones, Jordan ones, you can wear with a suit. You can put them on with a suit.
I gave those away.
You did?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I gave those to my brother. I wore them one time. I gave them away.
You
Them
ain't like
nice.
these?
He said, I gave
It's
him.
not that I don't like them.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of patent leather.
Oh, okay. These was fresh to me when I
Yeah.
seen they came.
No,
with the
they
go
are.
back. Yeah.
They are, but I'm not a fan of patent leather because once
Okay.
they crease, you
It's
Oh, that's
over.
why you don't like the
through.
11s.
Oh, you
Yeah.
through. You through.
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, respect.
That's why you like 15s, because 15s don't crease. They
can't.
don't. You can't do nothing.
But
They like
but you know how you can mess them up?
phone posits.
But
Like
you
you
know
like
how you can mess them
cut
up?
grass, you can hoop 2-3 games and them shits. Them shit's not gonna crease. Phones
But you know
and
how you
shit,
can mess them up?
uh,
If you tie them too
tight. Yeah, oh yeah. You tight that bitch like boots.
Yeah.
If you tight that bitch like boots.
Yeah, you done.
Yeah, you done.
done.
You
You
done.
done. You
You
done.
done. You can't do it. You
No,
can't
you
do
can't
it.
do it.
It's over. You go. So man, let me ask you, man, Louis, man, what's your motivation, man? What keep you going, man? What keep you?
The promise I made. The promise that I made. Just knowing that I'm just here to just help, and like I'm here to help.
Right.
That motivates me more than anything. And then somebody telling me, or which a lot of people use, but a lot of people telling me or doubting. A lot of people don't tell me, but just doubting me. You know what I mean? Like just don't doubt me, because I think a lot of people don't know other people's backstory. So they don't know what motivates you. So they quick to tell you what you probably can't do or won't achieve, not knowing the thing that fires you up is going to get you there, or maybe the plan is already laid out for me to achieve and you just don't see it.
Yeah.
So
Manifest.
yeah, so manifestation, man, and I've been able to really manifest some amazing things, and
That's fire.
so my motivation just comes from like, all right, well, you don't think I can? We gonna see.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's your
saying?
petty side.
And you got that's the
That's
petty
petty
side. So
side.
that's why I
That's
say
your
you got to
petty
put me in the
side.
position.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, in Atlanta, just being one of those markets, like come from South Carolina, going to Indianapolis, and coming here on some radio.
Indianapolis makes you like that. That makes you a
yeah.
monster. That makes you like
Yeah,
that
because
was like your
dude,
monster.
man,
yeah.
I was listen,
Yeah.
dude,
It felt like you probably was like in jail all alone.
dude, I did a bid out there.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds
But
like
shout out to everybody that I met out there. Amazing people, amazing fun when I was there. But it was just, I was just like, I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's almost like you being in a position, like you in this box. And you can't really just
get out
reach.
there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it was just like, yo, I can't.
Like you
catch
look out the
Cause
box.
you got to
and
think about it too. Where you at? It's like, yo, we comfortable with, because you said Indianapolis, so it's like, yo, we done made a wave where we
Yeah.
at. Everybody love this. We ain't got to go nowhere else.
Yeah, but
Yo,
the thing was, like, I didn't have a problem when it came to DJing. Like, I was rocking. Like, it wasn't an issue. It was just,
There be big parties up there.
yeah. Yeah, man. Like India is a dope market. Like it's a dope market. It's just it's just different. It's the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
So what you might be used to in the South.
That's what Sexy Red from?
She's from St.
St.
Louis.
Louis. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So you got their culture is a little bit different, and people don't really know that. So it's the same thing when you go to Houston. If you go to Houston, Houston is not the same as Atlanta. It'll feel the same in the sense of like the people that's always out, the party scene or whatever, but it still has its own culture. The Midwest has its own culture. And I'm talking about, I literally went out there and was just like, oh, okay, this is how y'all get down. Like, all right, bet. Like, and you don't adjust to it and do what they're doing. You just do you again, and you just figure out how you can add to it. But it was one of those things where the opportunities wasn't there for me to add as much as I would have liked to.
Oh yeah, because like you said, it was like right during the pandemic. So
everything. Well, it wasn't really before the pandemic. It was just a lot going on in my life, personal. So being away was more so of an outlet versus being in town. I was rarely in town. I was just in town to go to work, go to iHeart. That was it. Other than that, I wasn't in town.
And I'm out.
Yeah, I was out. And I was out. Like, literally, bro, like, dude, I was on the plane all the time. All the time.
Damn.
I was talking to somebody about this.
You really didn't need a house up there in your car didn't need to
No, well, I mean, my dog was there, but I just remember I had this conversation not too long ago, and somebody was like, you know, do you remember a time where you were actually happy up there? And I was like, I don't. Like, because it was just so much going on, dude. I don't remember a time where I woke up and I was like, you know what, I am happy to be here in Indianapolis.
You know what's
And
crazy,
again, great market, great people, great friends. It was just, that came from a personal standpoint, not because people wasn't fucking with me and I wasn't fucking with them. It was like, no, I'm going through personal things. So I wasn't happy. I wasn't waking up excited. I wasn't trying to go kick it. And if I did, it was too cold to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just brick, but I would find ways to find my happiness and find things that I was excited about. But I think everybody knew, like, once I came to Atlanta, it was just like, okay, we get it. Like, you were ready to leave. Yeah, but again, I would never shit on Indianapolis. That helped shift. One thing, shout out to my homie DJ Cash. He said something to me I never forget. He was like, bro, you're not supposed to be here. And I was like, what you mean? He was just like, nah, it's just like he told me, he was like, everybody, he said, anybody that comes here, before they go to their next big thing, they always come to Indianapolis. Wow. And I remember him telling me that. And I was like, man, I don't know when that's going to be, because I couldn't see it because I was just going through so much. Yeah. But I remember him telling me that. And then when you play all the stuff, you kind of sit back and you be like, damn. Like either J1. You know J1? Yeah. Over Pandora. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. He went through Indianapolis. Then he went to D.C. Then he came back to Atlanta. Keisha Nicole, same thing.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all these people you go through Indianapolis, Danny D. Like, all these people go through there, do time there, do radio, whatever they're going to do there, and then it's like, on to the next big thing. So that was a part of the story. So I never knock Indy. It was just a personal issue with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was just real personal.
Dealing with life.
Yeah, I was just dealing with a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you lose a parent, it's just like, oh man, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that's what you needed to go through. Like,
I did.
Needed to be,
no, I did.
But that's like, that's probably what you had to go
through. I had to go through.
So you ain't get too comfortable, complacent in there.
No, like, but again, it goes back to one of those things that it's just already laid out for you. Yeah, you just written. Really,
Say Nas, you like Nas. It was written.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and I tell people this too, like, you look at life like a highway, like you're driving in a car, right? Like your car is your life. Mm-hmm. So when you get in your car, that's your life, right? It's you, passenger seat, back seats. Mm-hmm. And your life is the highway. If you think about it, dude, as you're driving, as you're going along on this road, you pick up people along the way. Mm-hmm. People come with their own baggage. Mm-hmm. They get in your car, they bring their baggage on top of your stuff. Mm-hmm. And you're driving on this road of life. And then you get to a point to where you don't want to be around this person, or you and this person fall out, and then you drop them off. Yeah. And you go back on this journey, whether that's alone. And then if it's a woman or something, you have a tendency to get off the exit, turn back around, go pick her up to see if it's going to work further down the line. And it doesn't work. And then you drop this person back off at another exit. Your car breaks down. These are things that you go through in life, the hardships. Motor might go out. You need gas. You refuel. You know, sometimes we just tired. You're going through all of these things, and then you find your way to get back on this road, and you going. Whatever that destination is, everybody's not supposed to get there with you, but you're going to pick up people, things, their baggage, drop some of yours off, go through these things, stay at hotels. You're going to be at this resting point. You're going to go through all of these things as you're getting to this destination. So while you're doing these things, you got to understand, like, it's already there. You already know the mission. You know what I'm saying? I'm just driving on this road. But along the way, you guys reach out. Yo, come holler at us.
Yeah.
You kind of get what I'm saying? When I walk up out of here,
The journey to reward.
I'm back on the road.
Highway.
Yeah.
Back on the highway.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all invited me here. See you at the next destination. We gonna be there. Y'all gonna be there. Y'all guys are. Y'all platform is already set. Y'all already good. Y'all going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're all going somewhere if you look at it like that. But what you decide to pick up and who you decide to pick up along the way, that's on us.
Damn.
You kind of get what I'm saying?
No, that's
hard.
And everybody doesn't come
With you.
with you.
You right.
Some people really come in there with duffel bags full of bullshit, and you like, all right, I got room. I ain't really got room, but you could put it in the car, and we're gonna figure out how we gonna get there. And then you take them along the way with you, and then you get down the road a little bit. You like, man, like, you slowing me down. You want to stop, but I don't want to stop. I gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? Or I need to stop and you want me to keep going. No, I need to rest. You know what I'm saying? Or the conversation ain't the same. We ain't talking about the same stuff no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the same thing that I want. I'm going here. You want to go there. Well, now you gotta
shift the gears.
You gotta get dropped off, and maybe I'm in your car. Maybe sometimes I'm the passenger. Maybe I need a lift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm only supposed to go a certain amount of ways with this person until I can get my money up or get me another car to get back on my journey.
Cars.
Or
Like
shift
I had to
cars.
hop out this boat. I got to get in the next whip.
That's
like
how I look
this
at
one.
this shit, man.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's dope.
That's what we all on.
That analogy is crazy.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Hey, man, that's hard. Man. So, man, look, man.
Think about it. That's real.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going on.
That's life.
That's it.
That's what's going on. And people will get mad because you could meet somebody along the journey. Somebody could have been with you from the day one that you start your trip.
Yeah.
And you meet somebody midway through your trip, and y'all vibing and kicking it way better than the person who been with you from the. But it's like,
Yeah. There's no hard
damn,
feelings.
your
It's
energy
like,
ain't really. Yeah, it's just like, damn, this person jumped in.
Yeah.
Everything is just really rocking and on. They on the
Right.
same. They want to get to the same destination, and that's good. Versus the person who's with you, just like
And it's
you
just-
say you want to go. I'm just gonna ride with you. I want to go.
Yeah.
Not you want to go, but you have the same goal.
it's just
to
like
get
anything. If
where
you
I'm-
ride on the highway, you're not picking everybody up that's doing this outside.
yeah,
You're not doing
no
that.
facts.
So it's the same thing in life. I see you with your thumb out. I know you need help, but maybe I'm no disrespect.
Yeah,
do
but
it.
I just can't
Can't
do
do it.
that one.
I ain't got the room for your shit.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Mm.
That's hard. And that's dope. That's how you. That's how you fuck up Fat Nasty podcast right there. That's dope, Louis V. That's hard, man.
I appreciate
But man,
you,
look, man. Tell them your IG, man. Tell
Yeah.
them all the new stuff you got coming, man. And like I told you, man, I call you the ghost, man, of the iHeartRadio, man. So man,
So yeah, you can find me at Loui V, my DJ. That's LOUIVEE, my DJ. That's on all social media platforms. If you're on Facebook, for some of you out there, which I do know, family. Facebook is more so family.
yeah. Facebook
So-
paying that money though. You better get on
I
Facebook.
love Facebook.
Yeah.
But it's actually my real name, Vladimir Scott, which I don't mind telling people that's what I'm named. So that's
Right.
good. Things that I got coming up. Closing out this fourth quarter. So Friday, this Friday coming up, I'm not sure when it's airing, but this Friday coming up, we got the Sneaker Gala right here in the city. I'm excited to be doing that. I heard about it since I've been here, so now it's my first time being an official DJ, so that's dope. Saturday, shout out to my guy Desi Banks. He's gonna be in my hometown, so I'm gonna go DJ for his show.
Word.
In Columbia,
Congratulations.
South Carolina.
Damn, I wish I could come down. I want to see Desi live.
Seen
man.
Desi in LA, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, y'all gotta
word.
go see that.
Yeah, I want to see
But I
Desi,
see it,
man.
That's a
That
fucking
guy
nigga, bro.
is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Man,
dude.
I love the way he
Shout out
came
to
from,
Desi,
what he got
man.
going on, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Desi,
Shout
man.
out to Desi, man. And then Thanksgiving. We're going to be doing something extremely special for Thanksgiving, actually. Probably been doing like 15 to 20 turkey giveaways, but this is the catch. It's not gonna be just like your basic, frozen turkey or whatever the case may be. So again, I love Apartment 4B. You know what I mean? Shout out to Apartment 4B. Shout out to Bell and Lily's. Shout out to Miss Icy Kitchen. But Apartment 4B has the way. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
The turkey wings.
Yeah, right.
So I get the whole turkey cooked like that. So we're gonna be giving away. Shout out to my guy, me and my guy Ferrari. We're gonna team up with the station 105.3 The Beat, iHeartRadio. We're going to team up and give away between 15 and 20 turkeys, pre-cooked Apartment 4B style.
Ooh, that's hard. I might have to go get in line.
Last year I did 10.
I might have to go get in line to get one of them.
Yeah, last year I did 10 turkeys. This year I'm trying to up it up. But it's the thing where I want people to be able to
enjoy themselves.
Like, just get your sides.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I got your turkey, and it's already cooked. So all you got to do is heat that thing up. It was funny. Last year, a guy came in there, and I didn't have any more turkeys, and a guy bought, like, at least 10 to 15 boxes of turkey legs. Because in his mind, he was like, well, I don't have to cook a turkey. I got the turkey legs. Like, they cook. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be the turkey for Thanksgiving. We're going to have a spread of
turkey
Apartment
legs.
4B turkey legs, yeah. I'm doing a whole turkey like that.
Is crazy.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
That's hard.
That's what we got going up. And then,
we want to go to Apartment 4B?
Yeah, it's going to be like that, man. And then shout out to Breakfast at Barney's. Got the big event coming up in December. I'm doing that again at the Delta. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really, really dope. That's coming up. Shout out to Portia. Shout out to Poncho. Shout out to Dr. Sanford.
Yeah, man, I need to hit some of these events with you.
Come
support.
Yeah, man, you guys got to pull up. Like, seriously, man, and not even just here. Like, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Charlotte market like that. But Charlotte is another.
I got a lot of family out
there.
Yeah, we
shout
all
out to
do.
my guy.
I told you that's like Little Rochester for us. Like a lot of people.
Oh yeah, so y'all need to come to Charlotte, man. The spot out there called the Marquee. Shout out to my guy Tori Dandy. Right. Marquee is a real dope spot, man. So
man, you gotta let us know you DJ in those spots, man. We'll pull up and have some fun.
Yeah, man. This fourth quarter, this fourth quarter is about to end, and just get ready for this first quarter. But yeah,
definitely.
So they can find me. Yeah, man. Definitely. I appreciate the opportunity because it's so weird. I just told somebody like I'm always the person on the other side of the microphone. It's very rare that I get interviewed.
That's what I was, man. Listen, that's what I was saying. Look, you don't even know, man. We were so ready to headlock you and put you on this joint, man, and kick it with you, man.
Nah, I love this shit.
Like I said,
you love it, man.
It's the energy now talking to you, knowing.
Yeah,
you dope.
I appreciate it, man.
You came like, yo,
give you your flowers, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man. And just to everybody that just kind of just embraced me in this market. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Even from a radio standpoint, shout out to my brother DJ Scream.
Yeah.
Like really open up some doors. Big Bank, Baby Jade, the whole big
family. The whole big family. That's my family. That's our family right there.
JoJo, Big Homie, like I say, Ferrari.
Yeah.
All that's family right there.
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy.
everybody that's just really just.
Shout out to JoJo. Congratulations on being a mom again.
Joseph. That's what I call her.
Yeah.
But everybody.
She's a Cowboy fan too. I felt your pain yesterday. I felt your pain. Don't worry about it.
I gotta hear about it every day.
Yeah.
But nah, just everybody that's just really been with open arms here, man. Because again, this market. Some people say it's hard to break through. Again, it hasn't been hard for me. It's just make sure that I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Respect, and being the person that I'm supposed to be, and all the other stuff just kind of fall in place. So, salute to everybody in Atlanta, man. I appreciate it.
That's hard, man. Well, y'all already know, man. This Fat Nasty Podcast, man.
That's right.
I'm one half of the Belly Gang boys.
Let me put my belly on your butt, you heard?
And we signing out, y'all.
Yeah, fat.
Loui, man. Appreciate that, man. What, man?